Did you know your bank may be charging you as much as $4.50 every time you use an out-of-network ATM? Which means you're 100% guaranteed to lose money with each withdrawal. You'd have better luck with a slot machine. But with Westcom, you get access to 30,000 fee-free ATMs throughout North America. Westcom is member-owned, so you always come out a winner. Stop by one of our 22 area branches or check us out at westcom.org.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio.
True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
Woo! Oh my God, what is going on, folks, on this heavily induced news day that is going on around us right now? It is Baller Friday for all the folks that are keeping track. I want to thank you, first of all, for tuning in with us for another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 312, 312, for all the folks that are keeping track. And, folks, if you haven't already done so, please spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, of course, the official website is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That is blogtalkradio.com/ghost, folks. And, of course, if you haven't been following me on Twitter, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name. Now, folks, there is all kinds of news to be talking about today. I was going to talk about all kinds of stuff on the agenda. But, folks, less than, maybe a little more than an hour before the broadcast, we have gotten news that there is a military coup going on in Turkey right now. Woo! Oh, my God. And let me tell you, it couldn't have happened to a better president. And for you folks that have been listening to me for a while now, since I've been back on this broadcast since March, you know that I have been very critical of this Islamist that is the president of Turkey. What the hell is his name? Erdogan, I believe is how you pronounce that stupid piece of trash's name. Well, folks, it looks like Erdogan is no longer in power, all right? It is, according to reports, the military has taken complete and total control of the government. All right, I mean, all kinds of military actions have been happening, folks. And if you haven't been following me on Twitter, I've been retweeting things as it's been happening. We've got airplanes and jets going through the air in Turkey. You got tanks rolling on the ground. You've got the military disarming the police. A lot of different things happening. I want to read to you the official statement by the Turkish Armed Forces. It states as follows. Turkish armed forces have completely taken over the administration of the country to reinstate constitutional order, human rights and freedoms. The rule of law and general security was damaged. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Let me repeat that again. The Turkish armed forces have completely taken over the administration of the country to reinstate constitutional order, human rights and freedoms, the rule of law, and general security that was damaged. All international agreements are still valid, and we hope that all of our good relationships with all countries will continue. Now, of course, folks, this is a statement from the Turkish Armed Forces. And, folks, wasn't I just talking about something like this yesterday? Huh? I mean, wasn't I just discussing, as it relates to this country, that the United States military, as far as I'm concerned, because we are witnessing the complete and utter collapse of our country, that I called on the military, somebody within the military, to assume command and just to go right into Washington, D.C., and to arrest the entire civilian government. Because as far as I'm concerned, folks, and as far as a lot of people who have been witnessing what this government has done in America today, this is a criminal enterprise. Do you understand that? This is a criminal enterprise that is in Washington today. And it doesn't matter if they're Democrats, it doesn't matter if they're Republicans. They have put us in the current precarious situation that is jeopardizing our national security. And let me tell you, I hope Obama is watching this, what is going down in Turkey, because I believe this makes it that much more probable of this scenario happening in America today. And look, I know I've been criticized that, hey, Ghost, what are you doing? You want to call for a military coup? Hey, I'd much prefer a military coup than whatever communist garbage this violent agitation, criminal enterprise government is implementing on the United States at this current time. And let me give you a little bit of a side note, all right? Lest we forget that Obama has visited with the Turkish President Erdogan more times than any other head of state in Obama's presidency, huh? Oh, that's right, folks. That's what I'm saying. I hope Obama is shaking in his goddamn power bottom balls, because I personally believe that this gives a little bit of fervor of somebody that's in the military, some general, to just go in there and arrest the entire goddamn civilian government. And I'm calling on anyone that's within the military, it is your duty, all right? I mean, look at what the Turkish people have done. Look at what the Turkish military has done. I mean, for years, Turkey has been a secularist Islamic country. I mean, it has been a model of and I'm using my own terminology, Islamocracy. Islamocracy. The intertwining of Islam with secular government. And I thought it was rather successful until Erdogan came into power and started incrementally pushing this Islamic extremism, bringing back the hijab, and bringing back all this ridiculous Islamic fundamentalism to the country. And let me tell you something right now. I am glad that someone within the military has assumed command in Turkey and decided to basically overthrow this disgusting, despicable, illegal government, and decided that human rights, the rule of law, and here, let me read exactly what again. They want to reinstate constitutional order, human rights and freedoms, the rule of law, and general security. And folks, that's exactly what we need here in America. Because do you think that this Obama administration has given two rats' asses about our security? This man is inflaming the problem that we are witnessing on our shores today, whether it's the immigration policy, whether it's this agitation of Black Lives Matter and Black Panther Party, if it's his foreign policy. I mean, folks, I can go on, and I hope that someone in the military can assume command and do the same goddamn thing. And I'm not just talking about arresting Obama, even though he is one of the main culprits. I'm talking about arresting the whole goddamn government, all right? Arresting the whole goddamn government. And what the military is going to do, because typically militaries don't take control of governments for long periods of time. It's more like a holding pattern so that the population can get its affairs in order to reinstate a civilian government that isn't corrupted, that isn't criminal-minded, and that sort of thing. I mean, I've seen it time and time again. This has happened before, folks. I mean, this is not new. This is not a new thing that has happened. And I strongly believe that the probability now that Obama's homie, Erdogan, has been overthrown by his government, the probability, or overthrown by his military, I should say, The probability of this happening here in America is very high, and I am encouraging it to happen. I believe that we need this to happen. I mean, everybody in America has gone completely berserk. All right, everybody is completely insane, and I personally believe that the military has a duty to go into Washington, which is a corrupt cesspool, and just arrest the entire government apparatus. All these civilian career politician scumbags, and give them trials and let the will of the people decide their fate. Because let me tell you something, folks, these people that are in Washington have been deciding our fate for a long time. Do you understand that? They've been deciding our fate for a long, long time, and it's about time the people start rising up and realizing that, look, we don't want a criminal enterprise running our government any longer. We don't want some idiot skankosaurus bimbo like Hillary Rotten Clinton having so many skeletons in this damn corrupt Washington, D.C. government that she can literally run roughshod all over the goddamn place and get away with whatever she wants. So once again, folks, I am very excited. I mean, this couldn't have happened to a better head of state. Erdogan is a piece of Islamist trash. I hope that he is killed. I hope he's murdered. I hope that he's captured. I mean, I hope he's executed. I'm not kidding around. I hate this piece of trash. I mean, he and his government have been culprits with NATO, with the Obama administration, in creating ISIS, folks. He has been a culprit in creating and instigating the migrant crisis within Europe. I mean, this character that is being overthrown is not some kind of, he didn't mean it. Are you kidding me? This is the scum of Islamic scum. And I am glad this man is no longer in power, and it couldn't have happened to a better person. I'm telling you this right now. This is one big step against radical Islam. And I want to say cheers to the Turkish military and whoever decided to assume command and direct orders to the underlings of the military to conduct this operation and fulfill this coup. I want to say cheers to the Turkish military, and I hope that some generals within the United States military take notice of this particular operation and conduct it in Washington, D.C. today, because I personally believe that everybody, both Democrat, Republican, that are career politicians that have put us in the predicament that we are in are just as guilty as Obama. So, I mean, United States military, please consider assuming command and consider just arresting the entire United States government. All of them. All of them! All of them. So that the people can reestablish our Constitution, so we can reestablish our human rights, so that we can reestablish our capitalist system, so we can eliminate the bureaucratic international institutionalists that have jeopardized America's national security. Because as I've said to the military, you took an oath. You took an oath to protect America from enemies both foreign and domestic. And right now, we have a domestic government that is a criminal enterprise for a bureaucratic international institutionalism that we as American people don't want anything to do with. So once again, that's why I'm calling on the United States government military. The military. It's time for you to make your move, sir. All right? Whoever assumes command. It's time for you to make your move. Anyway, folks, I want to say cheers. All right? Cheers to the Turkish military. All right? Bring back human rights. Bring back freedom. Bring back Constitution to your people. I mean, this is a glorious day for the Turkish people as far as I'm concerned. Cheers, baby. I'm telling you, the world's a better place without Erdogan in power. I mean, lest we forget, folks, that this whole Benghazi thing that Hillary Clinton got herself mixed up in, folks, it had everything to do with running guns from Turkey to Benghazi to be distributed to the so-called freedom fighters, which are now ISIS in the Middle East, folks. I mean, Turkey is the entrance point for the migrants to dump themselves into the European continent. I mean, folks, this man is a disgusting, filthy character, and I am glad this man is no longer a head of state. And as far as I'm concerned, he deserves to be executed. Erdogan. All right? I mean, he has done more to destroy Europe than probably the European Union themselves. Not to say that the European Union weren't culprits with this man, but, folks, he was the main culprit. He's the guy that the European Union was going to allow in. And you see, folks, this man was turning a secularist Turkish government into a goddamn Islamic extremist government, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ. And, folks, we're running news as it happens. I'm retweeting news as it happens here. Turkish now are making a run at the banks, which is a little dangerous, to say the least. So let me go ahead and retweet that. Turkish are withdrawing money from ATMs after reports of coup. So that doesn't spell very well for the civilian people, per se, because there's a lot of panic going on in the street, a lot of uncertainty, so on and so forth. But as far as I'm concerned, I think this is a great thing for the Turkish people. I mean, enough of this Islamic garbage. And I'm glad that the Turkish military isn't going to have none of it. Isn't going to have none of this Islamic crap. This is a strike against Islamic radicalism. And I will say it, and I will continue to say it. This is a strike against Islamic radicalism. I'm telling you this right now. Oh, my God. What a beautiful day. Anyway, I want to run through the whole agenda of today, and then I'm going to open up the phone lines, and we're going to continue talking about this Turkish coup. Because, folks, wasn't I just talking about this yesterday? Wasn't I just talking about this yesterday as it pertained to the United States government? I'm telling you, the prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. I mean, wasn't I just discussing yesterday about Islamic extremism and how Obama's bringing in all the wild Yehudis, and then right as I was talking about it, the attack in France happened instantaneously right in the middle of the show? I mean, I'm serious, folks. I mean, this is not an accident. I don't think it's a coincidence that yours truly talks about these things before they happen because, folks, I'm the prognosticator of prognosticators, and you don't have to be a psychic to read the writing on the wall, all right? I mean, I'm a student of history, and I believe that history is secular, all right? Or cyclical, I should say. Cyclical, in that the more things change, the more they stay the same. And as long as you have some empirical knowledge of history and an empirical analysis, you could be able to make the type of prognostications that yours truly has been conducting here. Now, folks, once again, if you are living under a rock, Turkey has been under a coup, a military coup. They have overthrown the civilian government, and now the military, the Turkish military, is now in control, and I think that it's a beautiful thing for Turkey. An absolute beautiful thing for Turkey. Because I don't believe that Turkey wants to be an Islamic state. All right? And I think that if somebody could please find Erdogan running around out there, I want to see him executed. All right? I'm serious. I want to see this man executed because he's a piece of trash and he's a huge contributing factor to the migrant crisis that's happening in the EU nation states today. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the rest of the agenda. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. I want to hear from you. What do you have to say on this Baller Friday, baby? This Baller Coup Friday. Oh, my God. This is great. This is great. Good news today that we have one less Islamic extremist head of state. That's just great. Anyway, folks, I know that, we were trying not to hope that Donald Trump was going to pick Mike Pence as a vice presidential candidate, but it looks like, folks, it is official. Donald Trump did announce today that he is, all right, that he is going to pick Mike Pence as his vice presidential running mate. And I know that it sticks in the craw of everybody out here because we were discussing this yesterday. A lot of people were calling up saying that this is a bad pick. Yours truly was even saying that this is a mistake. But, folks, after further analysis, I personally believe that this was a deal struck between the RNC and the Trump campaign. I mean, this was a Paul Manafort deal in that the Republicans were scared that Donald Trump was going to run more of a left-right type of campaign, bypassing the whole conservative platform that used to define the Republican Party. And, folks, we talked about it yesterday. You know, all these Cruise Crew Never Trump idiots were coming at yours truly when I was tweeting at the RNC Rules Committee that they better not try any totalitarian funny business, and they better not, quote, free the delegates or anything of that nature, or else we have their docs and we know where their hotel rooms are at. And, of course, you had all these Cruise Crew Never Trump assholes trying to tweet at the FBI as if I was making threats or something. And like I said yesterday, do you really think that Hillary Clinton's FBI is going to give two rats' asses about dissension amongst right-wingers? Are you kidding me? I mean, you freaking dumb Cruise Crew idiots make me sick, all right? All right, I'm serious. And let me tell you, I can't believe that we have this idiot Mike Pence as the vice presidential candidate. Now, I'll still vote for Trump because, as I said, I mean, you know, Mike Pence is pretty much of a nothing burger. But I know that many within the LGBT community who were voting for Trump, who were promoting voting for Trump, are a little disheartened, to say the least. I mean, the last thing you need is some staunch, imbecilic conservative that thinks he's holier than thou when 9 times out of 10, most of these damn ultra-conservatives are a bunch of hypocrites. All right? And it makes me sick. Now, according to reports, Trump was trying to get out of the vice presidential pick as late as last night at midnight because I'm sure he read the tweets, the social media, and unfortunately, he couldn't get out of it. I mean, you know, I'm sure this is a deal that he made with the RNC Rules Committee. Because remember, I read reports that 13 of the 28 people that sit on the damn RNC Rules Committee were ready to vote and change the rules of the convention so that the delegates can vote their, quote, conscience. Well, that didn't happen. There was no rules change in that regard, and there had to have been a deal struck, all right? They had to have been a deal struck, and I think part of that was having Mike Pence as a vice presidential running mate so that the Republicans could still save face with their stupid conservative contingent, all right? And to be honest with you, folks, that's why I left the conservative movement, folks. They're a bunch of hypocrites, all right? I mean, I saw it in 2008 when John Turncoat McCain and Sarah Eskimo Bimbo Palin, all right, were the nominees, the president and vice presidential nominee at the convention in 2008. And I said it back then, and I'll continue to say it. That was a coronation of the liberals taking control of the Republican Party. I mean, do you all remember? That was the death of conservatism altogether. I mean, that was the first time I had ever seen conservatives try to make a case for teen pregnancy. Oh, yeah, y'all remember that? Old Bristol Palin was knocked up during that goddamn time and shitted out a kid by the time the Republican convention was coming around. And you had all these supposed conservatives in 2008 saying, oh, it's okay, it's a gift from God. It's a gift from God that Bristol Palin had a teenage pregnancy. I mean, and folks, after that, I lost complete and total confidence in anyone who attempts to call themselves a goddamn conservative, all right? Because I'm telling you this right now, conservatism is dead. And anybody who claims to be a conservative is an utter hypocrite, all right? It's an utter hypocrite, all right? I'm serious. I mean, the majority of conservatives care more about abortion and gay marriage and all these red herring issues that, with all due respect, if we were in peacetime and, the world wasn't going into hell in a handbasket, maybe we could have those debates. But we're not in peacetime, you stupid idiot conservatives. We're in a very precarious international situation, and you idiots, all right? You idiots continue to sit here and shove this goddamn stupid red hairy crap down our throats. I mean, give me a break. And you see, folks, I'm just disgusted that the Republican Party forced Donald Trump to nominate a goddamn conservative piece of trash. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I was even thinking about Milo Yiannopoulos. This was a guy who was a staunch supporter of Trump, obviously homosexual, not, he calls himself the world's dangerous faggot. That's what he calls himself. I'm not trying to be derogatory. I mean, he was such a staunch supporter against Trump that after the Pulse shootings, or the supposed Pulse shootings, he went in front of the Pulse, or in the Pulse area, nightclub area, and made a speech, and in a passionate speech stating that Donald Trump, all right, Donald Trump is the most LGBT candidate on the ticket. Well, he can't say that any longer when you got a Mike Pence who tried to create gay laws in his home state of Indiana. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, oh my God, I feel bad for Milo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that Donald Trump let everybody down as it relates to the LGBT contingent that was, pretty enthusiastically backing him up. So anyway, folks, once again, I'm still going to vote for Trump. All right, I'm still, down with Trump, no big deal. And I just think that, Donald Trump could have had a freaking imbecile next to him, and he's still better than Hillary Rotten Clinton, for Christ's sake. All right? Anyway, folks, I don't mean to get off subject matter here, but more and more news coming out of the goddamn Turkish coup situation. It seems, and this is preliminary reports, folks, that President Erdogan has been arrested. Woo! I'm telling you, happy Baller Friday, Erdogan. Woo! Oh my God! Let me tell you something right now. I hope Barack Obama is watching this, because you're next, Bubbles. All right? You're next, baby. I sincerely believe that this pushes the military that much closer to go into Washington, D.C. and just start, literally, just start arresting each and every one of these scumbags that are a part of the civilian government. All right? I'm not kidding around. Because look at where we're at as a country. Our national security is in jeopardy, and it has everything to do with this government. This government is a criminal enterprise. It is corrupt, and in my personal opinion, I believe that the military needs to do its job, and somebody needs to assume command and go in and arrest all these people, just like they're doing right now in Turkey. And look, I'm not saying that the military should be infinitely in charge of the country. We need the military to reestablish the people's rule over the authority of the government. Because remember, this was a country made for the people and by the people. So that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it, baby. All right. Now, I know there's a lot of hysteria going on in Turkey. There's a lot of run at the banks right now. People are going to...
What's up with your calendar?
I replace all the days of the week with sandwiches.
Because
at Subway restaurants, every day, there's a different sub of the day.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Each day I can choose a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Or get it as a foot-long sub for $6.
So why is today circled in red?
Oh, today's my anniversary. Oh.
And maybe you should...
Yeah, I gotta go.
Subway. Fresh is what we do. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Additional charge for extras and deluxe, plus tax where applicable. Sandwiches prepared in front of you.
The ATMs, I would calm my ass down. I don't think this is going to change anything. All right? Commerce is still going to go through. People are still going to be able to go to work. I think people need to calm their asses down out there, but it's very scary. I mean, you got jets flying over, you got gunfights in the distance, you got tanks on the road. I mean, give me a break. Oh, my God. Bye-bye, Erdogan, you piece of Islamic trash. All right? I wonder if he's going to get his 72 virgins if he's executed by the goddamn government, or by the military, excuse me. You going to get your 72 virgins there, Erdogan? Huh? Are they going to be wearing hijabs up there, you stupid piece of trash? Huh? As I stated, folks, this is a strike to the goddamn Islamic radicalism that is plaguing the world today. You understand that? I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Jesus Christ. I am excited, folks. I'm excited! That's it for Erdogan. That Islamic piece of trash is gone. He is gone. And it's time for the Turkish people to reestablish their country, which was secular, which was a secular government. Jesus Christ, I can't believe this, but I can. Oh, my God. I hope you're watching, Obama. I hope you're watching because, look, I don't believe the military appreciates Obama trying to fruit up the military. I want to be completely honest with you, all right? And I'm not trying to say anything bad against LGBT. I'm not trying to say anything bad against women. But, folks, I don't think the military appreciates this, all right? I don't think the military appreciates this. I don't think it appreciates the fact that this government is jeopardizing our national security. And, folks, in the military, any general that wants to assume command, sir, you are in your moral, ethical, and legal right to command troops to converge on Washington, D.C., to arrest the entire federal government. And once you arrest them, we put them on a public, truly transparent trial so that everybody in America can watch the boob tube and watch the different counts of treason that these people have committed, and watch them as they're, squirming in trial. I mean, when they're completely defeated. I would love to see a goddamn Obama, a Hillary Clinton, a goddamn Paul Ryan, these people being put on trial for the treasonous garbage they have done to our country. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, we're getting all kinds of preliminary reports on what is happening to Erdogan. Some outlets are saying that he has been arrested. Others are saying that he is trying to flee to Germany. For Christ's sake, I mean, give me a break. Woo, man, I'm loving this, baby. I am loving this. Goodbye, Erdogan. Say goodbye to romance, yay. Goodbye to friends. You stupid piece of trash. Oh, my God. And look at what we're having here. The police are trying to rise up against the military here. Let's continue. I mean, I'm retweeting as news happens, folks, on this Turkish thing. And I'm going to try to get through the whole agenda here really fast so I can take your calls and see what you have to say about it. Now, let me switch gears here, and sorry about the helter-skelter back and forth of the show. There's a lot of news going on. I want to get to it. We just discussed Donald Trump and his pick, Mike Pence, and once again, I don't think it was a great pick at all. I think it's a nothing burger, and it's a slap in the face to all those in the LGBT and those that are more secular that were backing up Trump. I think it's a slap in the mouth, and I think Trump knows it too. But once again, this was a deal, in my opinion, between the RNC Rules Committee so that they don't change the rules so that the supposed delegates could be free to vote their conscience. And in my personal opinion, I think that that's what it was about, and that's why even though Donald Trump may not like his pick and it was forced upon him, I believe this pretty much solidifies him being the presidential candidate for the Republican Party. I mean, there ain't going to be no Never Trump Cruise Crew assholes trying to cause a ruckus in the damn convention. And, you see, that's why Paul Manafort this morning was saying that Never Trump is dead. It is gone, all right? It's a distant memory. Goodbye, Never Trumpers. All right, goodbye, cruisers. All right, stupid assholes. Anyway, folks, if you are unaware, today, believe it or not, is the anonymous Day of Rage. And if you folks are unfamiliar with that, this stupid group Anonymous, which is an FBI CIA front, all right, give me a break, all right? But let's just say for the sake of argument that they're not, and there's a bunch of stupid fat losers that live with their mother that, decided to go out and call for this Day of Rage in 37 cities. One of them happened to be Austin, Texas. And let me tell you, if I'm walking home here today and I start seeing some of these people, I don't know what I'm going to do, all right? So I'm going to be honest with you right now, all right? I'm not joking around. I'm sick of this crap. But anyway, folks, today is the Day of Rage. It starts supposedly anywhere from 6 to 7 p.m., where you're going to have all these people congregate and, wherever locations that they're claiming that they're going to meet up at. And I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to rabble-rouse. I don't know if they're going to commit violence. I don't know what this is, folks. But once again, this Day of Rage, the whole connotation of the Day of Rage goes back to the Weather Underground. Oh, that's right, folks. Weather Underground, Bill Ayers and Bernadine Dorn. All right, the domestic terrorist, the Weather Underground. And I find it a shame that Anonymous is trying to grab elements within a domestic terrorist organization from the 60s and 70s to try to agitate further violence, further agitation in America once again. Now, folks, I'm very disturbed by this. I can't believe that Anonymous is going this direction, and that's why if anybody is still taking Anonymous seriously, you're an idiot, all right? Serious. You're a moron. It's an FBI CIA front, all right? Look at the Sabu incident. If y'all are not familiar with the Anonymous Sabu incident, well, you folks need to go back in time. I was broadcasting during that time. I had Sabu and Barrett Brown and all those anonymous people. They were listening to my broadcast on a consistent basis, folks, all right? They were out here doing their thing. That's why yours truly at the time was, promoting LulzSec to a certain extent, because they were actually conducting operations that were gaining a lot of media attention, so on and so forth. But then when they got old Hector, Sabu, they forced this man to basically turn state's evidence and direct attacks and direct hacks under the influence of the FBI, and he had been doing that for about 6 to 7 months into the whole LulzSec operation. And then thereafter, he became an asset of the FBI and is still one to this day. So if you believe this whole anonymous crap is organic and genuine, you're a goddamn fool, all right? You're stupid. But anyway, folks, I find it sickening that they are robbing or stealing from the Weather Underground of the 60s and 70s. And if you weren't following me on Twitter, I tweeted some clips in which the Weather Underground wants to murder about 25 million capitalists once they take power. You know what I'm saying? They don't like capitalists. All right? Now, I was debating on whether to do this or not, but given the fact that this is a pretty decent Baller Friday, I decided I'm going to go ahead and do it and see what happens. All right, now, folks, for you all that know who Bill Ayers is, Bill Ayers, of course, was the leader of the Weather Underground in the 60s. He was a convicted domestic terrorist. He likes to call himself an aggressive vandal, which is ridiculous. That's what he claims that he was partaking in, is aggressive vandalism utilizing explosives. But he was a domestic terrorist, all right? Domestic terrorist. And we've got a number of David Ayers here, and I think I'm going to give him a call right now and see if we can't get him on the horn and to see if we can, Bill Ayers. I keep calling him David Ayers, for Christ's sake. I don't even know why I keep calling him, because I don't even want to know his stupid leftist piece of garbage communist name, all right? Bill Ayers, Bernadine Dorn We got their number. I think that we're going to give them a call on this Baller Friday, and I think that we're going to give them a call right now. Now, I don't know if this number works. This was found by the Capitalist Army, so we shall see if we can talk to Bill Ayers on this day of rage that was inspired by his Weather Underground. So, hey, engineer. Go ahead and call Bill Ayers, for Christ's sake, and see if we can't get that son of a bitch on the horn here. All right? All right, let's see if we can't get this son of a bitch on the horn. All right, here we go.
The number you have reached has been disconnected or is no longer. Of
course, man. That's what I kind of anticipated, for Christ's sake. Anyway, if any of y'all want to mail him a letter because y'all want to ask him a few questions, I believe the address is 1329 East 50th Street, Chicago, Illinois, area code 60607. I'm just saying for informational purposes only, since this particular episode of the Day of Rage is inspired by his rhetoric from the 60s and 70s. So, of course, I do this in the most careless and unsophisticated manner possible, and I say this with no criminal intent. I'm saying if you want to ask him a question, all right? And I think that the American people are in their moral, ethical, and legal right to do so, as far as I'm concerned, all right? So anyway, I tried to call him, didn't have it, obviously disconnected his goddamn freaking line, for Christ's sake, so give me a break. Oh, my God. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, folks. I don't mean to be cutting in and out of different subject matters here, but this just breaking. Erdogan is encouraging his supporters to gather in the streets and start, causing ruckus and riots and start detonating themselves like a goddamn bunch of Islamic wild Yehudis. And, of course, he called in to some news program out there in Turkey via Skype. So that just goes to show you how scared shitless this man is, and he should be, all right? Now, let me tell you, the military, you need to just start going out there and just start mowing people down that claim to be Islamists, as far as I'm concerned. All right? Now, I'm not trying to advocate mass violence. If you are a secularist Turkish person, please stay in your home. These Islamic wild Yehudis, they need to see this, all right? I hope that the Turkish government completely slaughters these goddamn Islamic wild Yehudis, all right? Because this is a strike against radical Islam, and I think somebody needed to do it, and I'm glad that the Turkish military is doing it right now, all right? So once again, this is a very precarious situation as time continues going on in Turkey. And I'm telling you this right now, I think it's very irresponsible of Erdogan. But, of course, he's about to die. He's running scared. I hear he's trying to get into Germany, for Christ's sake. And I hope that if he gets into Germany, some German sticks a damn German sausage up his ass and, literally, kills him with a goddamn bottle of Jack Daniels and, a cheese-filled sausage in his mouth. All right? I'm serious. I'm sick and tired of these Islamic extremists. It's time to go bare knuckle, all right? It's time to go bare knuckle, and I'm glad the military in Turkey is doing their thing, all right? Anyway, folks, we tried to call Bill Ayers. He wasn't there. I did release his address over there at 1329 East 50th Street in Chicago, Illinois. And, of course, I released that for informational and educational purposes only. I do that very carelessly and unsophisticated, and I have no criminal intent against Bill Ayers. I'm just saying, if you want to question him about his political philosophy and about the Day of Rage, I mean, this is inspired by his particular Weather Underground, and I believe that the American people have a moral, ethical, and legal right to ask questions to this man, since he is the philosophical foundation to what is about to happen here at about 6 or 7 p.m., all right? Anyway, folks, let me move on to another subject matter because I want to take some calls here, all right? We, of course, talked about the Day of Rage today. It's going to happen in 37 cities throughout the United States of America. And from what I've read, the United States military has been told to steer clear of these 37 cities for some goddamn reason. I wonder why. Anyway, folks, Obama had a town hall meeting yesterday. Did y'all see that crap? I mean, what a disgusting piece of trash. Tried to sit there and try to define Black Lives Matter, a domestic terrorist organization, and continue to lecture the cops. You know what I mean? Continuing to lecture the police. On the bright side, though, all right? On the bright side, I hear that the ratings for Obama's town hall meeting was like low on the totem pole. People were more worried about watching the boob tube and their favorite shows and, I don't know, some kind of Latin awards that was going on where J-Lo was shaking her ass or whatever the case might be. They were more worried about that than hearing the same old mumbo-jumbo, all right? The same old mumbo-jumbo that he says all the goddamn time, all right? So, once again, he tries to define Black Lives Matter as some sort of an organic group that's coming out in angst against police brutality, when we all know, folks, this is a George Soros-funded operation. All right? The leader of so-called Black Lives Matter, the HIV/AIDS advocate himself, D. Ray, lives in a home in Baltimore that is owned by one of George Soros' operatives within the Open Society, which is the organization that he runs, folks. So for all you black folk that are out there thinking that Black Lives Matter is somehow an organic movement, you people have been doofed. You people have been bamboozled. You people have been betrayed. And as I've said it, and I'll say it time and time again, Black Lives Matter is an LGBT organization, all right? It is an LGBT organization, and I believe that the more and more we emphasize that, the better. Now, I don't know if you folks have been following me on Twitter, but it seems as if people are starting to question D. Ray's loyalty now. Now that we have gotten out the fact that Black Lives Matter is truly an LGBT organization, and that this man is comparing Black Lives Matter with the fight against HIV/AIDS. He actually said it. It's on the internet. Now, all of a sudden, his fellow brethren are starting to ask him a few questions like, man, brother, what the hell are you doing, man? Man, where your loyalty at, baby? Are you black or you gay, baby? And I've said it time and time again, D. Ray is a gay man first, a black man second. I don't even think it's second. It could be third or fourth on his totem pole, to be completely honest with you. Because as I've stated time and time again, why isn't D. Ray trying to utilize his bureaucratic educational skills? Because he was a bureaucrat within the education system out there in Indianapolis, I believe, and now he is a bureaucrat in the Baltimore City schools. Now, why isn't he going out and educating the black community on how to confront the police in a more legalese capacity as opposed to embracing a ghettofied degeneracy approach in cursing and getting violent towards the police, which, let's be honest, folks, for the most part, all right, I'm not saying all the time, but for the most part, it's the aggression of black ghettofied degeneracy that pretty much gets most black folks killed from police. I'm not kidding around. I'm not saying all the time. I don't think Eric Gardner was a very good example of that. I think Eric Gardner was a legitimate police brutality case, but I sure as hell don't think Trayvon Martin was. I sure as hell don't think Mike Brown was, or any of these other cases in which the media has hyper-sensationalized the black community into believing it was police brutality, when in actuality it was nothing more than the police reacting to the aggression of those that were unfortunately shot in the midst of a confrontation with the police officer. And that's all I'm saying, folks. That is all I am saying. That's all I'm saying, all right? Now, I do not believe that police brutality and police shootings is the biggest issue in the black community. You want to know what I think is the biggest issue in the black community? How about the fact that the majority of crime and murders in America happens from the black community, black people? Why is that? Why is it that 1 in 3 black folks has seen jail? Why is it that the average black man lives to be 54? I mean, these are issues that should be discussed by D. Ray, but as I've alluded to time and time again, I believe this man is affected, or afflicted, I should say, with the HIV/AIDS virus. I mean, folks, How many people you know that are HIV/AIDS advocates that aren't infected with the goddamn AIDS? All right? I sure as hell don't know any. And that makes perfect sense on why D-Ray has no qualms in leading his own people into a path to self-destruction. I'm not kidding around. I mean, you don't hear him trying to speak his people into some level of intelligence, some level of pride, some level of integrity. He is fueling the flames, I should say, of the ignorance and the lack of education that is rampant within the community. And he is utilizing that to his advantage to agitate violence. And that's why I am saying time and time again, we need to tell these dumbasses in the goddamn Black Lives Matter movement that this is an LGBT goddamn movement. It's an LGBT movement. The man's an AIDS, HIV advocate, for Christ's sake. He's a gay power bottom man first and a goddamn black man second. You dumbasses. Jesus Christ. Anyway, once again, President had a town hall meeting that no one gave two rats' asses about, lectures the police in America yet again. Now, folks, I want to get a little bit of Bernie Sanders news because he's not out yet, folks. No, he's not going to go away. Guess what he wants from you now? He wants more money. Oh, that's right. He wants more money from you. Feel the burn ass cracks. Huh? And what does he want you to do? He wants you to buy his book. Oh, he wants you to buy his book now so that he can take more and more money out of your pockets. I mean, I thought this man understood supposedly poverty in America, huh? Remember that stupid speech during the goddamn Democratic debates? You don't know what it's like to be poor. You don't know what it's like to be black in America. You don't know what it's like. Shut up, you stupid, dumb old prostate-infected 75-year-old fraud. You're a fraud! And you see, folks, a lot of the Bernie Sanders people still believe that this dumbass revolution is still alive. I mean, you should see in the Bernie Sanders trends, these people are starting to, give themselves new rhetoric like, well, it's not about one man. It's about the movement, and we got to continue the movement going forward. What movement, you idiot? You were following a prostate
Did you know your bank may be charging you as much as $4.50 every time you use an out-of-network ATM? That means when you take out $20, you're really only getting $15.50, even though you asked for $20, even though it is your money. But with Westcom, you get access to 30,000 ATMs throughout North America, completely fee-free. With Westcom, when you ask for your $20, you get the whole $20. Check us out at westcom.org.
Fraud, all right? You were following a socialist schlonghead-sucking fraud that goofed you into believing that what you were fanaticizing about in your head was not reality. You understand that? Not reality. And now that he has slapped you in the face with reality and telling you that, hey, I'm Bernie Sanders, and I told you that I would give you anything you want. I told you I would give you free health care. I told you that I would give you free college. I told you all these things, but I lied because I'm a socialist, and you people are stupid. I'm superior, I'm smarter than you, and you idiots keep giving me your money fair and square. You gave me your dollars fair and square, so there's no refunds. Don't cry about it. There is no refunds. As a matter of fact, I got a book for you. That's right, I want you to buy my book. It's called Revolution. That's right, the revolution. You keep buying. That's right, keep giving me your money. All right, I need to retire. Remember, I'm 75 years old. All right, I want to retire. You've seen me in the car. I got that nice Tesla car or whatever, that little red car that you people caught me in the picture. All right? I like that. I like fast cars, all right? I like taking trips to nowheres, all right? I mean, you'll remember when I went to the Vatican and the Pope didn't even want me there? I still went anyway because I used your campaign contribution account or your campaign contributions so I can get a chartered private jet, so I can go over there to the Vatican, and prove that I'm a Jew that actually likes Catholics, all right? And by the way, my wife wanted to go to Italy so we can have a spaghetti and meatball and maybe Italian pizza. Hey, but thank you for donating to my campaign. I appreciate it. Now come on over here, take your underwears off. Oh yeah, come on over here, take your underwears off. Oh yeah, that keep contributing. Buy my book now. Buy my book, you. Feel the boing, huh? You feel the boing? Oh, I know you feel the boing. Oh, yeah, come on over here, keep contributing. That's right, you're stupid. I'm going to give you free health care. I'm going to give you free college. Come on, take your underwears off, and come on over here, sit on my lap. Come on over here and sit on my apple. Come on over here and sit on my apple. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, take your underwears off and sit on my apple. Oh, yeah, you like that apple, huh? Won't you take a bite of my apple? Oh, yeah. That's right, I'm Uncle Bernie. I'm Uncle Bernie. Come on. Oh, yeah, keep contributing. Keep contributing. Sit on my apple. Sit on... Oh, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, you chipped my apple. Oh, my God. I mean, that's what he did. That's what he did to you people. I mean, remember it. Take a picture of it, for Christ's sake. Write it down. That's what he did. Savor the flavor. Because that is what politics is all about on the left. Politics on the left is nothing but lies. It's nothing but deceit. It's nothing but telling a bunch of idiots what they want to hear, for Christ's sake. And once these leftists finally attain power, they do the complete opposite. I mean, how many times do we have to see this over and over again before you idiots start realizing this? Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. There's people tweeting at me saying that they'll never eat apples again. Thanks a lot. Look, I'm just saying, all right? I mean, this needs to be imprinted in the brains of feel the burn idiots, these damn burn victims. It needs to be imprinted on their brain, this utter betrayal, the deceit, the defrauding. This needs to be etched in their mind. And I hope that hearing Uncle Bernie etches it into their mind. I mean, just imagine these dumbasses that actually got Feel the Burn tattoos and Bernie Sanders tattoos. And I mean, come on, man. How do you idiots feel, boy? Huh? You might as well put bitch of Wall Street now, huh? You might as well say, you might as well put a tattoo on your ass and say, come on over, Wall Street, taking all comers. Oh! Because that's what Bernie Sanders did to you. That's what Bernie Sanders did to you. Woo! Oh, my God, this is a great day. I'm sorry, folks. I know people are a little upset about the bit, but, hey, people need to remember what happened. Anyway, folks, let me just go through Hillary Clinton's poll numbers is dwindling because of the damn email scandal and because of the open corruption that we have all seen on the boob tube through these non-prosecution recommendations by the FBI and so on and so forth. All right, so give me a damn break. Oh, my God. Anyway, folks, we are getting more and more news. I don't mean to be helter-skeltering it back and forth, but I want to thank everybody who is tweeting at me the latest news that's coming out of Turkey. Germany is trying to land in Turkey and is being denied access by the Turkish military. And I believe that Germany is trying to go in there and get a rescue mission for Erdogan, and I don't think that should be applicable at this point in time. And if I was Turkish military, I'd shoot the damn German plane out of the sky if it didn't leave our airspace. All right, I'm not kidding around. That's enough of this crap. Germany is the culprit of Turkey's problems, as far as I'm concerned. All right. Now, I'm going to keep tweeting. Another breaking news, loud explosion heard in the capital Ankara. CNN Turk says explosions occurred at state-run television building. So, very interesting developments happening in Turkey, folks. All right? I mean, this is a serious coup that's happening here, and I sincerely hope that they capture Erdogan and execute that son of a bitch. All right? Jesus Christ. Now, according to reports, there is it's a loyalist helicopter that fired missiles that destroyed the state-run television. I mean, we don't really know what's going on. I mean, obviously, Erdogan's call to action is being responded to by certain elements of, I don't know if it's military, police. I don't know if it's the regular wild Yehudis coming out from their houses. I have no idea. But really, really serious business happening. All right? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm serious. This is getting precarious by the minute. But, hey, it needs to be done because Erdogan was an Islamist piece of crap, and everybody that's a citizen of the EU should be applauding this because Erdogan was the main culprit on why the European Union nation states have all these goddamn wild Yehudis running rampant in their country. Now, whatever transpires of this, I think it is a direct attack on Islamic radicalism, and I commend the Turkish military for conducting an operation to fight against this wild Yehudiism. All right, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, folks, once again, we were talking about how Hillary Clinton poll numbers are going down. They're dwindling. Only 6% of those polls believe she did nothing wrong. 6%. I mean, give me a break. How is she going to win an election with those numbers, for Christ's sake? With that over her goddamn stupid head. Good God. Here we go. Update. Military helicopters open fire at National Intelligence Service. So I don't know if this is loyalist helicopters. It sounds to me like it's the military disconstructing the apparatus of the Secret Service. Anything connected with the bureaucratic system of government is what it sounds like to me. But, of course, these are reports that are just coming in. I want to hear from you, folks. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is a very heavy news day. A lot of things that are happening throughout the international community, especially here in America with the Day of Rage. I'd like for everybody to please give me a call right now. As a matter of fact, engineer, go ahead and clear up some lines real quick so we can have those that are listening in that want to chime in about this situation that's happening in Turkey or anything in particular as it relates to the international community because, folks, this is a very serious time that we are living in, and I'd like to hear from you, to be completely honest with you. I want to hear from you. All right, we are clearing up lines right now. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. I want to hear from you. What do you have to say about all this? All right, I mean, this is serious business that's happening. I mean, too much news going on. I mean, it's just one way or another. I mean, you're being pulled in like 80,000 different directions, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God, man. Woo! Oh, my God. I'm really appreciating this. I'm really appreciating this. I'm telling you this right now. All right, let's continue going, shall we? All right, who do we got going on here? All right, let's take some calls. All right, let's take some calls right now. 516-453-9903. What do you have to say about what is going on here in Turkey? What do you have to say about what's going on here in the Day of Rage? If you happen to be in a city where the Day of Rage is happening, I'd like to hear from you. All right. 516-453-9903. Let's go ahead and take some callers right now. All right, we got, hold on, clear up some lines, engineer. I've seen these damn people. All right, these are trolls. Get the trolls off the line, for Christ's sake, man. I want to talk to some serious people, for Christ's sake. Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? I think we got Trump and Capitalist in the house. What's going on, Trump and Capitalist?
Good afternoon, Ghost. Good afternoon, Capitalist Army. This is the Trump and Capitalist. How are you doing on this explosive News Friday?
Man, it is an unbelievable news. Friday is correct. I mean, we've got the Day of Rage happening here in about a couple of hours, a military coup happening in Turkey, all the information coming out of the Nice, France attack. We've got the Mike Pence, Trump situation, Bernie Sanders putting out a book, Obama thumbing his nose at the police. I mean, a lot of things happening. What do you got to say about all this there, Trumpin?
Well, actually, I have a couple of updates on the situation in Turkey. We have reports that helicopters are firing at the Prime Minister's palace, and some army generals are coming out against the coup, and as well as F-16s operating over Ankara are armed for air-to-air combat. We also have reports that massive crowds are refusing the curfew and are heading to army tanks and APCs in Istanbul, calling them to return back to their barracks.
So, who is in opposition to this? Are these police? Are these civilians? What are they?
I believe the civilians are coming out against the of this coup, and the police are also coming out against the coup as well. And some army generals are also coming out against the coup. They are being arrested, and some of them are confronting the military, and there are clashes being reported over Ankara and Istanbul as we speak.
Oh, man, so this is turning into a serious revolution. I hope that it can get done as quick as possible. And once again, what did Erdogan do? He called on the wild Yehudis to take to the streets and go out and commit, wild Yehudism against the military that is doing nothing more than trying to implement the constitutional rule of law, human rights that was stripped away from the Turkish people. Unbelievable, man.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think we're seeing the start of what I think is a civil war against the people versus the military. And look, the people are on the Muslim Brotherhood side, ladies and gentlemen, because what we are seeing is that the people are starting to come out against the military. We've heard with some reports that there have been attacks on the military. Loyalists are starting to use helicopters to fire on buildings and try to disrupt military activity. And also, we do have a report, and let me see if I can find it here. A lot of news coming out from Turkey. Let's see. Hold on, let me just try to find it. Apparently, there was a tweet from the DEFCON warning system that stated that the Turkish military had gotten hold of the state, has taken hold of the government, and a new constitution would be in place as soon as possible.
Well, yeah, I remember when I discussed this, I don't know if you were listening, when the Turkish president Erdogan basically ousted the prime minister. This was days after the prime minister announced that the new constitution should be secular in nature. And then thereafter, miraculously, the prime minister was forced to step down because he made that announcement of the Constitution being secularist as opposed to Islamist, which is Erdogan's new forte, which he's been incrementally bringing Turkey into. So this is very, very interesting developments, to say the least. I personally believe that the military will be victorious. I do not believe that there are that many wild Yehudis on the streets. I believe that the reason that you're having an opposition in favor of Erdogan is because a lot of people are going to lose their jobs if they have a government overthrow. These are the bureaucrats taking their last stand in an attempt to try to save their bureaucratic positions of power. And I think that this is what we're witnessing out here. I don't believe that this is the majority of the people. I believe that the people that are out there committing wild Yehudism have fallen under the fanaticism of radical Islam. And I personally believe that, what we're witnessing, these reports of helicopters hitting the secret intelligence agency headquarters and hitting up the state-run television, is to basically shut down any other apparatuses that are loyal to Erdogan, as far as I'm concerned.
That is true. I am seeing that on the breaking news feed. I also do want to have an unconfirmed report from the DEFCON warning system, which is a very reliable source. The political leaders have been detained in Turkey, and Turkey's top general has been held hostage at their military headquarters. The AFP has reported as well.
Well, I've gotten a report right here where I just tweeted that, according to reports, Erdogan is in a secure location, supposedly. So, I mean, I think that the Turkish military should not stop until they find this son of a bitch And when they have him, I think that they should publicly execute this man, because this man is a huge contributing factor to the degradation of the European Union member states, and he is a contributing factor to the migration crisis as far as I'm concerned. And lest we forget that it was Turkey that ran guns from Turkey and funneled them through into Libya, and that's why this whole Benghazi situation is pertinent, because Benghazi was nothing more than an outpost to basically distribute the guns to the so-called freedom fighters in Libya. And that's why, unfortunately, this wasn't discussed in the Benghazi hearings, because if it was, it would prove that the United States government was complicit in creating ISIS.
I definitely hear you on that, Ghost. And also, I just got a couple of other tweets saying that helicopter and gun battles are continuing in Ankara, and that also that a massive gunfire has erupted in Taksim Square in Istanbul. And also there's also been confirmed reports of Insuit Air Base, which houses the U.S. Air Force. They have begun scrambling fires within the past hour.
Oh, man, unbelievable. Hey, stay right there, Trump and Capitalist. We're going to come back to you here. I want to hear some other people's insight. I mean, this is a very precarious time that we are living in. I want to hear from you once again. 516-453-9903 is the number to call here. I want to hear from you. What do you got to say about all this? I mean, this is interesting developments, to say the least. How about area code 309? You're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, Ghost, how you doing, man? It's Jimmy Capitalist.
Hey, what's going on, Jimmy?
How you doing, my man? Jesus Christ, man, what a day this is. This is going crazy, man. The world is going crazy what's going on right now in Turkey. I'm watching this on sorry, man.
No, go ahead. I was going to say that, I mean, it is unbelievable what is happening here. Lest we forget that they were trying to bring in Turkey as an EU member state, and I personally blame Turkey as a main culprit in the reason why the EU member states have an influx of the migration crisis that they have. And moreover, as I alluded to with Trump and capitalists, Turkey was running guns into Libya, and this is what the whole Benghazi situation is. But once again, regardless of the past, I believe that this military coup is a strike against radical Islam, and I think that everyone in Western society should be applauding this, you know?
Yeah, exactly, man. This guy's a criminal, this guy Erdogan. I mean, he's buying ISIS is tearing up the Middle East, taking the oil. This cunt's buying the oil. And then he goes and bombs the Kurds, the one group of people that fight back against ISIS. I'm watching live pictures on the BoobTube right now, man. I'll be honest, they're grainy, but it's going crazy. I mean, there's civil unrest. People are going mental. I'm seeing people lying on the ground, people running everywhere. I don't know what's going on, man. But, I mean, I pray for Turkey, and I really, really do hope this guy gets ousted and executed, man, because he's a criminal. I'm glad we got out of the European Union while we have, because, if Turkey get in, I mean, who knows what will happen, man. I think it'll be civil war in Europe. I really do. I think it's so extreme what's happening right now.
That's a very good point there, Jimmy, because remember, a lot of these people that are within the migrant crisis in the European Union nation states are probably going to look to this as, the way I'm interpreting it, a strike against radical Islam, and it could potentially set off a lot of these wild Yehudis within the European Union. So you're absolutely right. The UK got out of the European Union just in time, because let me tell you, I personally believe that we may, I'm glad you brought this up, Jimmy, we may start seeing maybe some terrorist actions or maybe some upheaval amongst the migrant crisis within the EU member states. I mean, that's a very serious thought, but it's very plausible, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, like I say, I'm a bit speechless right now. I really haven't seen anything this extreme happen in a long time. It's brilliant that's what's going on in Turkey, but I think the world needs to wake up. I mean, these people continue to defend Islamic extremists as if they're some kind of lovely people, but it's day in, day out, even not in the Western world. In the Middle East, they're killing their own people. These are disgusting people, and this guy, Erdogan or Erdogan or whatever his bloody name is an advocate for this. And people defend this guy. This guy needs to be gone. He needs to be executed. He needs to be made an example of.
You're damn right there, Jimmy. Hey, stay right there. I want to continue taking calls. I really appreciate your insight. I am just, I'm looking at the pictures right now myself. I'm seeing right now people being shot in the street out here. They're showing this right now on CNN. people being shot in the middle of the street. This is a very shocking situation. If you're in Turkey and if you're listening or if you know somebody in Turkey, tell them to stay indoors, protect themselves, fortify themselves. Do not go out in the streets unless you're some wild Yehudi. Then go out in the streets and get mowed down like a bunch of sick dogs, because I'm tired of this. All right? I'm tired of wild Yehudiism. I'm tired of this Islamic radicalism, and it's about time somebody stood up to this crap, man. I'm surprised somebody stood up to this crap. So give me a freaking break, all right? Now, I know that the 28 pages of the 9/11 report were just recently unearthed. I read them, but it doesn't.
This summer, zero in on a new Nissan and zero in on big savings. Now with bonus cash on select models on top of existing offers, now's the best time to get a great offer. Get to your local Nissan store and shop ChooseNissan.com today. Hurry, bonus cash ends soon.
It's still redacted. I mean, at least the ones that I read off of the Drudge Report, they're still redacted, for Christ's sake. I mean, it unredacted some things, and that's why I'm not making a point of emphasis. I mean, you even got the mainstream media talking about the 28 pages as if, well, there wasn't a direct link between Saudi Arabia and 9/11, so come on. So I don't really want to talk about that too much, all right? Because we got too much things going on out here, man. I'm telling you, this Turkish situation could potentially explode into a all-out Islamic wild Yehudiism throughout Europe. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm starting to believe now that Jimmy Capital has brought this up. Those in the European Union nation states better watch out. I'm talking France. I'm talking Belgium, the Netherlands. I'm talking Germany. These countries that have allowed these wild Yehudis in their country, for Christ's sake, they're not going to find this very, very jovial, to say the least. All right? They're going to look at this as a strike against radical Islam, just like I am, and that's the way I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about, for Christ's sake. Anyway, once again, now we've got the police trying to fight against the military coup. Trump and Capitalist is tweeting at me more tweets here. Police arresting coup soldiers in Ankara. So, look, what the police are doing and what all these other people are doing, they're trying to save their jobs, all right? They know that they're going to be fired, if not eliminated, for contributing to the delinquency of the country and allowing Erdogan to do his totalitarian Islamic garbage. Unfreaking believable, man. Good God. Let's continue going, shall we? I want to hear from you, man, all right? 516-453-9903. We're going to continue taking calls here because I just can't believe what's going on right before our very eyes here. How about area code 773? You're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, is that me?
That's you.
Hello? Hello, Ghost. Well, actually, I'm impressed that my record displays not as anonymous. I'm actually calling from Ukraine via Google.
Oh, so you're calling from the Ukraine?
Yeah. I actually wanted to discuss something about Ukraine because of your recent comments from a few previous shows. But anyway, I want to say a few words about the situation in Turkey. I really, really hope this will stop this radical Islam there because sorry, it's a little bit difficult for me to speak in English, but anyway, Turkey was good, I don't know how to say, it was a good example of the non-radical Islam when it was like, I don't know what it is, when for me it looked like a normal religion without this, this wild crap. But
you're talking about Turkey before Erdogan. It was secular, yet there were Islamic folks within Turkey, but they were secular. They were not religious fanatics.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, and I really wish it was in all Islamic countries, and you see they want to destroy this and turn it into a completely wild world.
Absolutely. Now, since you're in the Ukraine, can you give us any information about what is going on with NATO troops or anything that's happening within the Ukraine as it relates to the Russian and the NATO forces basically at a standoff in your country?
Well, yes. Basically, I wanted to talk about this because recently you said the one comment about NATO staging this Russian-Ukrainian conflict. I want to tell you that's not really true, but I don't think it is. Because I was there when it all started in November 2013. It started with simple people, with ordinary people just wanting to live in a better world. But unfortunately, it all went wrong when they allowed these bureaucrats like Petro Poroshenko and other these idiots to be their leaders and not take somebody from simple people that were never ever in our government before. That was the mistake, and now I don't know where this is going. I don't know when this will go. I think it will turn out better only if there will be another one revolution, the real one, and people will never make this mistake, and there will be no old people in our government than were there before.
So were you a fan of the government prior to the current Ukrainian revolution? Were you okay with that government, or were you in opposition to it?
Did I endorse the government before the revolution?
Yes.
No, of course not, because it was pro-Russian and it was destroying our country from the inside.
Certainly. As a matter of fact, I was actually a very big proponent of Ukraine rising up because I saw what the Russians were doing to the Ukraine. They were slowly, incrementally taking it over from the political establishment inside. And, slowly but surely they were implementing kind of Soviet-style politics. And they actually jailed the last leader of the Ukraine, Timchenko, I believe was her name. And basically that was the cause of dissent. Am I not correct for Ukraine?
Well, Timoshenko wasn't the leader, but she was a potential leader. And that's why Yanukovych was really afraid of her. And that's why he arrested her, and she was in the jail for a year or something. I don't really remember, sorry. But anyway, unfortunately, Russia is still taking over because our current government, it's not doing anything. They're just sitting there, getting money while they can and pretending to do something. And it's just repeating the situation from 2005. It was Viktor Yushchenko who came after a kind of the similar revolution, and he basically did nothing productive, just sitting there pretending to doing something for country and just gathering money for himself, his people.
Yeah, I'm very aware of, and thank you for calling, by the way. I'm very aware of the turbulence that has gone on for the past 15 to 20 years in Ukraine, and I think it's a shame. I think that the Ukrainians have seen a lot of turbulence, a lot of war, a lot of death, and, for the Russians and, NATO forces to be utilizing Ukraine as some sort of a Mexican standoff, for a lack of a better term, is unfortunate. I think that the Ukrainians deserve their own independence. I believe that they should be their own autonomous state, and it has been an opposition of the Russians ever since Vladimir Lenin. It was Vladimir Lenin's one step forward, two steps back that caused the biggest famine in world history, and a lot of Ukrainians died in that particular famine. So I'm very aware of the strife of the Ukraine, and I'm very glad that you called in from the Ukraine enlightening us about the current situation in your country. Stay safe, my friend, and, hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel like you were suggesting earlier there, sir. Thank you for calling in from the Ukraine. Who else do we got going on? 516-453-9903 is the number to call here, folks. A lot of things happening. I'm not even getting to the full agenda here, man. This is just insane what's going on here. I was going to talk about Mohammed, the guy who was, a part of that Nice, France attack, the media is trying to spin the fact that Mohammed had nothing to do with Islamic terrorism, that he just decided that he was upset, that he was just going to go mow down a bunch of people. They're calling him a Tunisian French citizen that was just a disgruntled citizen, and it was the truck's fault. He was a manic depressive or something of that nature, and that he couldn't have been Muslim because he ate pork chops and drank liquor. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, do you understand what our state-run media is trying to shove down our throats? I mean, and this is why I am championing this Turkish revolution, this military coup against this Erdogan Islamist bastard, all right? I mean, that's enough, all right? That is enough. Erdogan needs to be completely eliminated. And anyone who follows this man needs to be completely eliminated. I am tired of Islamic radicalism. I mean, who else is tired of Islamic radicalism, man? I am tired of this crap. I'm tired of our government trying to sugarcoat wild Jehudism. I'm tired of this media trying to sugarcoat wild Jehudism. And I am tired of social media trying to censor those that are trying to spread the word about radical Islam and about wild Jehudism, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. It just makes me sick, all right? It makes me disgustingly sick. And you know what? El Foxo Loco is making a good point. If he wasn't a part of the Islamic State, how did he get the guns and grenades that were in his truck? Give me a break. I'm telling you, man. I mean, America, wake up, man, all right? These wild Jehudis in America are being utilized as muscle by the left wing of the political persuasion to subdue America into accepting communist totalitarianism. Jesus Christ. According to reports here, I don't believe this one bit. According to reports, senior Turkish official says loyalist forces are gaining control over elements trying to overthrow the government. Here, let me go ahead and retweet that. But believe me, folks, we really don't know the full story coming out of there. Reports are saying the internet has been shut down as it relates to outgoing internet traffic, incoming internet traffic. Social media has been censored. There's a lot of things that are coming out here that are just hearsay. I personally believe that we need to wait this out throughout the evening to see what exactly is going to pan out. I personally believe that whatever happens, Erdogan needs to die. I'm sorry. He needs to die. Erdogan needs to die. And look, I don't say that lightly. I say that with utmost seriousness because this man is a contributing factor to the complete chaos of the world. I mean, him trying to make Turkey into an Islamic state makes me sick, all right? Jesus Christ. Look at this. Erdogan is trying to seek asylum anywhere, for Christ's sake. According to reports, Germany has refused to give him asylum. Now he's asking for asylum in Britain, for Christ's sake. Wait a minute. How does that work? How does one report say that the loyalists are taking control of the goddamn country, and then you got another report where Erdogan is calling everybody in his goddamn head of state Rolodex to see if he can get a goddamn asylum somewhere? Let me tell you something. No one should give this son of a bitch a damn asylum. And let me tell you, if your country happens to give him asylum, kill this man. I'm serious. Kill this son of a... I'm sick of Erdogan. I'm sorry. I hate him. All right? I hate any totalitarian trash that tries to oppress people based upon a fundamentalist idea of Islam. All right? I'm sorry. I'm done with this crap. All right? I'm done with this crap. I am sick of radical Islam. It is time for us to strike back. It is time for us to go bare knuckle with these pieces of trash, and I'm glad. I am so goddamn glad that the Turkish military had the balls to go and say, you know what, screw you, Erdogan. All right? Screw you. And let me tell you, Obama, you better not give that son of a bitch any kind of asylum here. You better not. And let me tell you, lest we forget that Obama has met with this man, Erdogan, than any other head of state during his presidency. All right? I'm serious. Jesus Christ. And look at this. Look at this here. Look at this. Erdogan, when he went out on Skype and went in the state-run media, and I'm sure that's why the state-run media was hit up by helicopter missiles right after. But now you've got Turkish pro-government protesters are dominating Taksim Square in Istanbul right now. Here's another report, and I'm retweeting as we get reports in, for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, I'm getting the reports as we continue reporting here. I can't believe what's going on. I mean, Erdogan should be executed for leading his people out to slaughter, all right? For antagonizing the people to go out and try to show down with the government, or show down with the military. And let me tell you, anyone who is backing up Erdogan is an Islamic radical, and as far as I'm concerned, the hell with them. You understand? The hell with them. I mean, let me tell you, I mean, we are continuing on, all right? I mean, here we go. Unconfirmed Turkish Air Force is dropping flares on protesters. Well, good. I mean, the hell with these Islamic radicals, man. The hell with them. Send them to 72 Virgin Land. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them, man. I'm tired of them. I mean, who else is tired of this crap? Who else is tired of this wild Yehudi crap? I sure as hell am. I mean, I commend what the Turkish military is doing. And believe me, I know that it's a very dangerous operation. And look, all the people that are fighting against the Turkish military at this point in time, like the police and the Secret Service, they're just protecting their jobs. You know what I mean? They love the fact that they're in power because of Erdogan. They like the totalitarianism, and they don't want it to stop. They do not want it to stop. So give me a break. Oh, my God. Anyway, let me continue going on, folks. Look, I want to hear from you because this is – I don't know what to say about this, man. And not to mention, we have yet to see the repercussions of the so-called Day of Rage out here in 37 cities across America. I mean, this is serious stuff. Now, folks, I was talking a little bit about the Nice, France attacks and how the media is trying to spin the fact that this had nothing to do with Islamic terror because supposedly Mohammed, I don't know what the hell his last middle name is. Who cares? All you need to know that his name was Mohammed. That pretty much spells it all. That it wasn't. It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been Islamic extremism because he ate pork chops and he drank liquor. I mean, how could he be Islamic extremist? I mean, didn't Mohammed Atta from the 9/11 attacks, wasn't he spotted at a damn strip club, drinking, smoking? You know what I mean? Strippers and bartenders testified to this. So what? Is that not an Islamic extremist attack now? Huh? Is that it? I mean, just, you see what this media is trying to do? That's why I'm saying I'm glad the Turkish military is doing this. Somebody needs to do something. Somebody needs to do something. And let me tell you, if you're a wild Yehudi out there in Turkey trying to raise up because Erdogan told you to, your Islamic trash ass needs to be purged, to say the least, all right? Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. This whole situation is getting uncertain is right. Pro-Erdogan fanatics seize army tanks after Erdogan demand to fight back. Do you see this? Do you see what's happening here, folks? Huh? I mean, if this happened to America, now I'm starting to believe that Obama would act the same way if somehow the United States military decided to go in and protect American citizens from enemies, foreign and domestic, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Man, please keep going there, Turkish military. Do not stop, man. Do not stop. And look, even if nothing comes about this, man, please find Erdogan and execute this man. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the world would be a better place if this idiot was no longer in power, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, my God. Anyway, I'm going to keep taking calls. I know people are saying, screw radio graffiti, screw all this stuff. This is an unbelievable chain of events that are happening here. Unfreaking believable. Here we go. They're starting to do this. Reports of gunfire on coup protesters in Bosphorus Bridge, Istanbul. I mean, Jesus Christ, man! You stupid wild Jehudis! What's your problem? What's your problem? I mean, this proves that this Islamic extremism does not want to live in peace. Do you understand that? Does not want to live in peace, for Christ's sake. I mean, give me a freaking break. And then, once again, look at this guy, all right? Here it is. Somebody tweeted, if Erdogan cared about his country, he wouldn't urge innocent people to go out there and die. And he doesn't. Look at this idiot. He's calling in from Skype here. Look at the pictures coming out of this. I mean, what a scumbag. What an utter scumbag. Oh, my God. Look at him. Why don't you die like a wild Yehudi there, Erdogan? Huh? I mean, why don't you make yourself a martyr if you're so goddamn, hardcore, huh? You're so goddamn Islamist, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Turkish government says forces attempting coup have been unable to take over some streets due to protesters. Well, freaking Jesus. God. Damn it! Stupid Yehudis! You stupid Yehudis! Damn it! I mean, these Yehudis, man! The goddamn Yehudis! These goddamn wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake! Jesus Christ, they just don't stop! They don't stop, for Christ's sake! That's what I'm telling you, this radical Islamic garbage is dangerous! It's dangerous! Oh, good God. What a disgrace. What an utter disgrace. Oh, my God. Look at this. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn mic. Give me the goddamn mic. Look at these wild Yehudis. Look at them. Look at them. I'm going to retweet another one. These stupid, dumb, wild Yehudi protesters in Turkey are going out to the street yelling Allah snack bar. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Look at them. Look at them. I'm like, look at this crap. They're going out in the streets yelling Allah snack bar. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm retweeting, folks. I mean, if you aren't following me on Twitter, I am retweeting as we are getting the news in. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell is going on here? All right? I can't believe that Erdogan is demanding that his people go out and die, because that's what's going to happen, folks. All right? These wild Yehudis are going to get mowed down like a bunch of dogs, and look, I don't really feel sorry for them. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I mean, what did I read here recently? Like, 39,000 people or something like that have died in worldwide jihad operations out here in 2015? Huh? Yeah. 39,000 people. All right? I mean, give me a freaking break, man. Good God. I'm serious, man. I don't. I'm sick. I'm just sick of this crap. You know, I'm so sick of this crap. I'm so sick of these wild Yehudis. Let me take some more callers here. 516-453-9903 is the number to call if you want to call in here. How about area code 484? What's up, man? You're on the horn.
Still, because
yeah, well, you just wasted your time. How about area code 901? You're on the horn.
Hey, Gus, what's up, man?
How you doing, man? What do you think about all this that's going on?
Man, I'm doing all right. I'm kind of at a loss for words. This is like too much shit, but I'm kind of with you. I hope they fucking cut Erdogan's balls off and shove him down his fucking throat.
I agree, man. This guy has done more to contribute to the wild Yehudiism throughout the international community. I think the next person in line is our president. As far as helping wild Yehudiism. I really think the army
should just start running down the fucking protesters that are blocking off the streets, helping the freaking people that they're trying to uphold to protect them.
You know, the latest that is coming in right now, Turkish army tanks crush cars in Istanbul in order to break free from Erdogan fanatics. Oh, my God.
All right.
I know. I mean, I'm not joking. I mean, and thank you for calling. I'm not kidding around, man. I mean, enough of this wild Yehudism, man. Enough of this crap. I think Western civilization has had just about enough of this a la snack bar, pro-beekeeper suit on women wearing, this Islamic fundamentalist extremist crap. We're tired of it, all right? We are sick and tired of it, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. And look at this. The imams out there in goddamn Turkey are now demanding people to fight for Erdogan. Oh, Jesus. Fucking damn it! God damn it! Damn it! God damn it, man! I mean, Jesus Christ! Oh, my God, for Christ's sake, I can't believe this garbage, man. I mean, look at these wild Yehudis. Look at them. Look at them, for Christ's sake. Enough of Islam. Enough of radical Islam. We've had enough. We've had enough. We've had a goddamn enough, man. We've had enough. We've had enough of this crap. Western civilization has had enough of this crap. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Give me the mic. This goddamn mic. Western civilization has had enough of this crap. I mean, if I were the goddamn army right now, I'd throw freaking pigs' heads at these sons of bitches. You understand that? I'd drop pigs' heads right now on these stupid scumbags. I'm sick of it. Here, bathe their asses in pig's blood. Huh? And then they'll be like, oh, no, I'm going to hell. Yeah, that's right. You stupid moron. Jesus Christ. It makes me sick. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm not kidding around with this garbage. All right? I am sick to my stomach. Enough of this wild Yehudism. Jesus Christ. I'm going to take some more calls, folks. How about 609? You're on the horn. What's up, man?
I hope Turkey gets kicked out of NATO and the PKK can form Kurdistan.
I hope so, too. I mean, let me tell you, I think that the Kurds should, back up the Turkish military at this point in time and help take control of the damn Turkish country altogether.
What's up with your calendar? I replace all the days of the week with sandwiches. Because at Subway restaurants, every day, there's a different sub of the day. Fair enough. Yeah, each day I can choose a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Or get it as a footlong sub for $6. So why is today circled in red? Oh, today's my anniversary. Oh. And maybe you should... Yeah, I gotta go.
Subway, fresh is what we do. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Additional charge for extras and deluxe, plus tax where applicable. Sandwiches prepared in front of you.
You understand that? I'm serious. I'm not joking, for Christ. Here it is. Hey, I was waiting for this, for Christ's sake. Here they are. Reports of people being shot down in the streets of Istanbul. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Get these wild Yehudis to 72 virgin land as quick as possible so that they can understand that they ain't going to be able to rise up and act a fool anymore, for Christ's sake, man. This is what the Middle East used to be before the United States screwed it all up. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. Here we go. I'm retweeting as the reports are coming out, folks. All right, here we go. Even more from the front line. Turkish soldiers and Turkish police clash in Istanbul. We've got a war zone going on in Bosphorus Bridge in Istanbul. I'm retweeting that as well. Folks, this is turning into some serious business as time continues going by. as time continues going by, for Christ's sake. We don't need a civil war in Turkey, but by God, folks, we need to rid this wild Yehudism from Turkey. As far as I'm concerned, we need to rid this crap off the face of the planet. All right? I'm not kidding around. I'm sick of this radical Islamic crap. And moreover, folks, I hope that the United States military takes note from this, because I believe they need to go in and they need to arrest this whole civilian government that's in Washington, D.C., that is nothing more than an organized criminal syndicate, in my view. This is no longer about Constitution. This is no longer about a government for the people, by the people. This is pure bureaucratic rule, and it makes me sick. And they are utilizing these wild Yehudis that they are bringing in. They are utilizing these wild Yehudis that are bringing in so that they can act as muscle against the United States and basically implement the totalitarian communist state that this damn government really wants, truth be told. Jesus Christ. Here we go. We've got German intelligence headquarters is burning. The building is burning here. Here we got the General Intelligence Headquarters building out there in Turkey. It is burning at this point in time. Jesus Christ, man. Breaking news, civilians are being killed on live TV. Jesus Christ! Hey, I don't really feel bad for them. I'm sorry. These are all wild Yehudis that are being mowed down in the street. I'm sorry. They want to go see 72 virgins. Turkish military, you are in your moral, ethical, and legal right to just go ahead and send them on their way. All right? We've had about enough of this crap. I'm not kidding around. I've had just about enough of this wild Yehudism. I'm tired of the United States state-run media trying to make people guilt-tripped into thinking that, if you talk against Islam, you're an Islamophobe. Jesus Christ. Unfreaking believable, man. Unbelievable! Let me take a couple of more calls here. Area code 425. You're on the horn. What's up?
Erdgin's a coward as he watches his country go through an apocalypse of wild Yehudis.
Yeah. You're damn right he's a damn coward. He's a damn coward, is right. This man is, hiding out somewhere. I would have more respect for Erdogan if he was out there in the streets commanding his troops, commanding the people, so that at least there's some kind of glimpse. Somebody on a camera phone can, show Erdogan, commanding forces in the streets saying, hey, you go there, you go there. You flank me here. We go straight. We get the military. We'll take them down, and I will take power. But no, he's snivelled up somewhere in some goddamn spider hole or something of the like, and he's scared shitless, for Christ's sake. Scared shitless. He's scared shitless, and he should be. The reports are coming out that this guy's calling everybody in his head of state Rolodex in an attempt to try to seek asylum. Because, look, regardless if this guy's loyalist or, giving a legitimate fight against the military, they ain't got a chance. They don't have a chance in hell. And I hope the Peshmerga, the Kurds, go in there and start kicking some ass as well. All right? Because let me tell you something. I have been talking about this time and time again, that Erdogan has been bombing the Kurds for no goddamn reason, even though the Kurds are the only group of people that are actually taking the fight to ISIS. They're the only ones taking the fight to ISIS. As a matter of fact, if you take a look at some of the YouTube clips coming out of the Peshmerga, the Kurds, when they capture ISIS fighters, these ISIS fighters are crying like a bunch of pussies. All right? I'm serious, man. I'm not joking around. They're crying like a bunch of pussies out here. All right? I'm serious, man. Oh, my God. I can't believe that Erdogan called for all... just imagine if this happened in the United States, folks, all right? Just imagine if somebody in the military assumed command and decided just to go into Washington, D.C., arrest the entire apparatus of the American government, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, all of Congress, all of the Senate, all of the judicial branch, the whole 9 yards, and put these people on a transparent trial in front of the American people. I mean, don't you think that Obama would call for the same goddamn thing? Obama would be like, man, baby, they taking me over, man. Go out there and kill them, baby. I'm not kidding around. I mean, remember, him and Erdogan had a special relationship unlike any other head of state. I mean, Obama has seen Erdogan more times than any other head of state. He's met with him more times, for Christ's sake, man. Seriously. Jesus Christ. Look at that. I'm retweeting everything that's coming at me. I mean, a lot of bloodshed happening out here. And is that responsible for a head of state to tell civilians to go out and to fight the goddamn military? I mean, what a despicable human being. That's why I'm saying I hope they execute Erdogan on TV live for the world to see. I mean, seriously, I hope they do one of those, what ISIS does, because let me tell you, he is funding ISIS, he is arming ISIS, he is providing troops to ISIS. He is funneling wild Yehudis through his goddamn country into the European continent, all right? And I strongly believe, Erdogan, off with your head! Off with your head! Jesus Christ, what a joke. What a joke. Anyway, I'm going to continue taking calls here. This is an unprecedented situation that is happening right before our very eyes, to say the least. How about area code 317? You're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost. I'd like to explain a little bit about RFRA to you, a little bit about Mike Pence.
All right, go for it, man.
Okay, well, there's a little bit misunderstood. What it really kind of does is it's almost not needed because we already have the First Amendment, which covers religious freedom. But what it did was there was a business where this gay couple was pretty much forcing a business that it was Christian first. It was a Christian-based business, and they're forcing them to make a cake for their gay wedding. And because they weren't doing this, they instantly brought up into a lawsuit and were suing the pants off this company. Last time I checked, it's actually doing really well now. They actually got a lot of business, and they didn't go under from this. But also, bringing a case for Mike Pence, I'm trying to take away any attention from the happening in Turkey. But maybe a strategy for Donald Trump is a Rust Belt strategy, because what I see is he already has Florida under pretty much his control as of it won't go to Hillary Clinton. But he's kind of doing a Rust Belt strategy where he's securing Ohio. He
Are you there?
To win the electoral vote. Hello?
Yeah. No, you just you cut off there. I just wanted to make sure you're there. Go ahead.
Okay. And so what this does is it helps him secure some of these more states, because Mike Pence has done a really, really good job with Indiana's economy under his watch. So this might secure him Ohio and Pennsylvania and those Rust Belt states.
Well, you got actually a pretty good point. I definitely understand why Trump, got Pence. I do understand the Rust Belt strategy. I think it's disgusting as far as I'm concerned. I mean, many of the people in the Rust Belt are a bunch of hypocrites. I mean, all you've got to do is, you know what, I don't even want to talk about that right now, but thank you very much for trying to make a decent case for Mike Pence. I do understand the strategy. I just don't like the strategy. I'm still voting for Trump. I'm still, all Trump, all in. But I thought that, he missed an opportunity to inject some life and some invigoration into his campaign. This Mike Pence thing is a complete nothing burger as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, folks, a lot of things happening today. I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't know what else to say. I have no idea what in the hell is going on here. You know what I mean? I have no idea what in the hell is going on here. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. I'm going to continue retweeting, folks, because, more and more clips of footage is coming forward. Here we have protesters try to block tanks' way in Istanbul. It doesn't seem like it's working very well, to say the least. I'm telling you, once the military has an objective, they are not going to stop until that objective is fulfilled, to say the least. All right? Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? We got area code 347. You're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, I'm just going to look at live feeds right now. They have one in skynews.com as well, and there is a lot of people literally like blocking buses and a lot of the military personnel. It's really crazy right now.
Are you seeing the military shoot upon the people, or are they showing any of that footage on Sky News?
No, they haven't shown any of that. They showed some people like being carried out, but they didn't show anything like blood, anything blood related at all.
Yeah, unbelievable. So what do you think about this whole coup situation?
I mean, oh shit! Wait, just 1 second. I just saw literally everyone was standing up, and they all just went crouching down. It's a crazy scene just right there. I saw a live feed.
Yeah. Somebody just tweeted at me saying that there's mad gunfire happening. I mean, look, I said that, the military should just go and just send all these wild Jehudis to 72 Virgin Land, and I'm glad that the military is doing this, all right? We are tired of Islamic extremism, man, all right? I mean, we are beyond this simplistic crap. I mean, we're beyond this crap. Now, I'm not trying to say that the military of Turkey is anti-Islam. They're anti-radical Islam. I mean, I remember Turkey back in the 90s, a very nice secular government, and they were able to differentiate the two spheres of consciousness, government and religion. But now you got Erdogan coming over here who incrementally brought in this wild Jehudism as a way of life in Turkey, and now look at these wild Jehudis now, huh? Look at them all now, for Christ's sake. Stupid, pathetic. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable, for Christ's sake. Unbelievable. I am glad that we are witnessing this, folks, because this is a strike against radical Islam, and I'm tired of it. And I'm sure that everybody in the international community is watching with their eyes glued, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe what's going on here, for Christ's sake. We are watching, all right? We are watching the fight against radical Islam. I'm excited about this. I really am. We are tired of this. And I hope that Obama is watching, because I don't think that the probability of the United States military doing the same thing here is not that far off. And I said this yesterday, all right? I said this yesterday, that we need a military general to assume command and go in, and not just arrest Obama. I'm talking about arrest the whole goddamn government, all right? And then the military holds down the government in a holding pattern so that the United States people can reassert themselves as the people, and we can reestablish the Constitution like it was, for Christ's sake. Anyway, we've got the police. They've captured a few of these Turkish soldiers, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you. The police are going against the soldiers. The soldiers are going against the police. The protesters are going against the soldiers. I mean, this is a very precarious situation, man. And I hope that, some of these secularist governments like Sisi's Egypt, I don't know if Bashar al-Assad has any more artillery left after battling ISIS and America and NATO, but the Turkish military could use some assistance, and I hope the Peshmerga, I hope the Egyptians, I hope somebody goes in and helps these people, all right? I hope that it goes, somebody helps these people, for Christ's sake. Anyway, in the capitalist news relating to this, gold shot up $10 here in the infancy stage of the coup that's happening in Turkey today. So once again, this is definitely skidding the market. And look, folks, I know that we saw all-time highs in the equities markets this week, and that's why I didn't say anything. And the reason I didn't say anything is because I don't want anybody to believe that this is still a bull market. This is just the fund managers trying to goof people into buying at these highs so they can cash out, and by the time they cash out at these highs, you're going to be there left holding the damn bag. Do not fall for this crap, all right? Jesus Christ, all right? Anyway, we got about 3 minutes left in the broadcast, folks. We are going to extend this broadcast into the third hour, And, folks, if you are not, please give me a call right now at 516-453-9903 so that you can listen to the broadcast yourself, all right, because that's probably the only way you're going to, be able to hear the broadcast. Or if you happen to find some level of a stream out there on the internet somewhere, well, by God, go ahead and do so. Once again, folks, please add me on Twitter, all right? The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, baby. Politics Ghost, for Christ's sake. All right, and moreover, go ahead and add me to the website, or get my website, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, folks. What a baller Friday, baby. What a baller Friday. Oh, my God, here we go. Breaking news, some of the ringleaders of the coup attempt have been arrested. Ah, come on. Don't do this. Don't do this! Keep fighting, for Christ's sake, man! Keep fighting, good! Keep fighting! Keep goddamn fighting! Keep fighting! Take out these wild Jehudis! Take out the wild Jehudis! God damn it! Take out the wild Jehudis! Take them out! This is a fight against radical Islam! Take them out! Take them out! Take them out! Oh my God. Give me the mic! Give me the mic! Give me the goddamn mic. We got about a minute left, folks. And let me tell you something right now. You need to find a stream. You need to give me a call, 516-453-9903, if you want to listen to the third post-show Baller Friday edition hour, or try to find a stream that is going to be relaying this across the internet. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this unbelievable, unprecedented, news-filled Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Like I said, follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. We are going to continue into the third post-show edition hour, and I hope to see you on Monday, folks. And we may or may not have a weekend edition, so follow me on Twitter to figure out if I do. Thank you very much for tuning in with me. We are continuing on with the third hour. That's right, folks. What's going on? And thank you for tuning in with me to the third post-show edition hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me, for Christ's sake. Once again, we are witnessing right before our very eyes a military coup happening right now in Turkey against these wild Jehudis that have taken over the country. They are trying to overtake Erdogan's Islamic Turkey, for Christ's sake, and I commend all the damn Turkish military that are going out there and fighting. Keep fighting, all right? Keep goddamn fighting, for Christ's sake, man. Keep fighting. Keep fighting, man. I'm not joking. We are tired of wild Jehudiism, for Christ's sake. We are tired of the so-called religion of peace. We are tired, for Christ's sake. We're tired. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to continue taking calls here, folks. Now, I'm not going to click anybody off. I'm going to call on some people. I want to hear what you have to say about this Turkish coup. Very serious, turbulent times that we're having in the international community. I want to hear from you what you have to say. All right? How about area code 309? Just what's up? Oh, wait a minute. It's Jimmy Capitalist. What do you have to say there, Jimmy? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Hello? All right, we're having trouble with the switchboard here, folks. Are you there, Jimmy? Oh, great. We're having trouble with the switchboard, folks. How convenient. How damn convenient, for Christ's sake. Anyway, can anybody still hear me, for Christ's sake? What's going on? Is this thing on, for Christ's sake? What's going on? Did the wild Jehudi shut this thing down or what? Huh? All the streams are down. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me, for Christ's sake. You mean to tell me all the streams are down, for Christ's sake? I mean, I am still streaming. I have no idea what the hell is going on here, folks. It's saying that all the streams are down. I don't know if we have been taken down. I don't know what the hell is going on here. So, folks, bear with me. I'm going to continue the broadcast. I don't know what is going on. I think that we're having some technical difficulties on the Blog Talk Radio end, for Christ's sake. I have no idea what's going on. I would not be surprised if this is some level of a goddamn attempt at trying to suppress this show, because I am anti-radical Islam. I would not be surprised. All right. Now I am getting some tweets that people are starting to hear. People are understanding what's going on here. They are now listening. Let me see if I can get did you have the switchboard on there, engineer? Jesus Christ. I don't know what the hell's going on here, folks. I'm trying to get the switchboard going on. The engineer's working on it. We may be having some major technical difficulties. My apologies. According to some people on Twitter, they could still listen. There are people that are hearing a relay on certain chat rooms across the internets. And I want to thank you for that. I, for some reason, cannot get the damn switchboard to start working. So please bear with me, folks. The engineer is working on the problem as we speak. I would not be surprised if Barack Obama or the liberal regime did something to make sure that, this particular goddamn stream was shut down. I would not be surprised one goddamn bit, all right? I'm serious. I would not be surprised one goddamn bit. All right? Because yours truly is telling the truth about what the hell's going on out here, and we are not sugarcoating it in favor of a bunch of wild Jehudis. All right? We are not sugarcoating it in favor of a bunch of wild Jehudis, for Christ's sake. I mean, what's going on, engineer? Well, we're having a major complication with the switchboard, folks. I mean, we cannot get this up and running. I know that I am continuously broadcasting, so, folks, if you still want to communicate, I still have Twitter. All right, I still have Twitter going on. It seems as if that they are trying to shut us down. I'm not trying to be hyper-sensationalized here, but I'm serious. It seems to me that they are trying to shut down the show. And I don't believe it's Blog Talk Radio conducting this. I believe that this is an outside situation, for Christ's sake. I wouldn't be surprised if Blog Talk got a goddamn, a call saying, this person is saying bad stuff against radical Islam, and that we can't have that. So you need to shut it down. That's what you need to do. You need to shut it down. Unbelievable. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on here, folks. I'm serious. The switchboard is down. The switchboard is down. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's on purpose, to say the least, for Christ's sake. All right? Give me a goddamn break. Give me a goddamn break, for Christ's sake, man. Good God. I mean, what's going on here? What's going on here? I mean, damn it! God damn it! It's because of these wild Jehudis, for Christ's sake! It's these wild Jehudis! It's these wild Jehudis trying to shut me down! They're trying to shut me down, but they can't shut me up! They can't shut me up, for Christ's sake, you son of a bitch! Those damn Jehudis! Those damn Jehudis! Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Here we go. We got new footage coming out, folks. Let me go ahead and retweet the new footage as we continue to get it in, folks. I mean, this is what we're going to continue to do. What an unbelievable scene that we are witnessing on this Baller Friday. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe it. All right, and according to reports, we got, I mean, I'm getting cut in and out. People are saying I'm in. People are saying I'm out, for Christ's sake. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you this right now. I don't know what, I mean, the engineer is working on it as we, sit here and wait and see if we can somehow, get this goddamn switchboard up and running, for Christ's sake. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a deal here. We can't. It is just absolutely not working, folks. It is not. I mean, come on, engineer. What's going on? Well, according to the engineer, man, I mean, it is just a dead switchboard here. And once again, forward your complaints to the Blog Talk Radio Network if you happen to be on the internets or on hold right now, listening in. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it, for Christ's sake, man, all right? All right, I mean, I can't believe this crap. I cannot believe this garbage. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. According to reports, I'm getting DDoSed out here. I'm getting DDoSed. I wonder who's doing that, huh? I wonder what agency or what government institution or what liberal faction or who's doing that, huh? I wonder what pro-jihadi, pro-Yehudi group of scumbags is doing that. Jesus Christ, you can DDoS these nuts, all right? You can DDoS on these nuts. You will not shut me up. You will not shut me up, you son of a bitch. You're not going to shut me up. You're not going to shut me up. You understand that? We're going to stand up to these wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake. We're going to stand up. We're going to stand up to the wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake, man. Oh, my God. I don't know what in the hell is going on. According to reports, I am being listened to in certain chat rooms out here on the internet. So, I mean, people are telling me that they are still listening to the broadcast. Unfortunately, we're having a precarious situation here because yours truly is obviously saying something that is in opposition to somebody that doesn't want to hear that these damn wild Yehudis are being struck by the Turkish military. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cripe. I don't care. Anyway, folks, I definitely want to discuss, folks, that I don't think it's an accident that yours truly, all right, yours truly had said that the United States military, that someone in there should assume command and potentially arrest the goddamn government of the United States, and then we see this happen in here in Turkey, all right? I just don't think it's a coinkydink right now, baby. You know what I mean? Woo! Oh, my God, folks. And look, I know he's working on it. The engineer, well, how's it going? Well, the engineer is having a problem. Oh, wait a minute. Keep it going, engineer. I think you got it. All right. I think we got it, folks. I think we've got it. I think we're back on, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. All right. Let me see if I can call on some people here, folks, because, I definitely want to call on some people. This is a unbelievable time to be alive at this point in time. So let's continue going. How about let me see, the Teutonic Plague? Are you there?
Hey, Ghost. What's going on? Happy Baller Friday to you, sir.
Hey, happy Baller Friday. I'm glad I was able to get the switchboard. I'm telling you, the engineer certainly knows his job. That's why I pay him the price that I do. I'm telling you. So what do you think about what's going on here in Turkey, man?
Well, first off, I want to give a shout-out and some props to the engineer for fixing the problem. All right.
Engineer, everybody, as a matter of fact, you're not the only one. Everybody on Twitter is saying, thanks, engineer. Hey, everybody's saying thank you, engineer. Well, he's happy about it. So what do you got to say about what's going on in Turkey, man? Good or a bad thing?
This isn't about Turkey. I was actually calling about the UK. Apparently, Theresa May says the UK must redouble its efforts.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
To defeat terrorism, as she condemned the brutal murders behind horrifying attacks like that in Nice. I'm going to go ahead and tweet you that article, Ghost, so you can read it in its entirety at your leisure.
So now she's going back on, embracing Islam and wearing the hijab, and now she's trying to double down on being Mrs. Anti-Terrorism?
Yeah, it's called doublethink, Ghost. Welcome to it.
Yeah, no kidding. Doublethink is correct. You want to give any shout-outs to anybody, Teutonic, man?
Yeah, shout out to yourself. Shout out to the engineer. Happy Baller Friday to the Capitalist Army, Steam Chat, Sergeant Yoda, Green Bio. What's going on? Cody from Unknown, all right? Kahuna Capitalist, Karaskin. What's going on to those folks? And when I get home, I'm currently away on a little bit of business right now while listening to the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. But when I get home, I'm going to be drinking 25 ounces of Foster's to celebrate Baller Friday and this strike against radical Islam.
Hey, thank you, Teutonic, and thank you for the 411 on Theresa May out here. Once again, I'm glad that she's starting to, back off on her pro-Islamic extremist, wearing the hijab garbage. Hopefully she continues that rhetoric and doesn't fall back on it, for Christ's sake, all right? And let me tell you something. Somebody on Twitter enlightened me that Turkey's not the only place that needs regime change. I believe also Venezuela needs regime change. Saudi Arabia needs regime change. As a matter of fact, I think that the majority of Islamic or Arabic nation states that still oblige a monarch system should have regime change as far as I'm concerned. But remember, one battle at a time, baby. One battle at a time. Woo! I'm telling you, baby. I'm telling you, man. This is just great. This is just great. Anyway, folks, we're going to continue taking calls. Let's see who else we have here. We got area code 727. What's going on?
Hey, man, not much. It's been a good Friday for me. It's been kind of raining here, but I want to talk more about the Day of Rage, if I'm correct.
That is correct.
From my view, really, my dad messaged me about a while ago about, he just said Day of Rage, and I was like, what was that? And so I went online and researched Anonymous put it up, and I remember Anonymous being some sort of, some peace organization. But now since they're doing this, I think it's just a joke. And I used to be part of Anonymous, but I'm not really for them much anymore.
Well, let me be perfectly honest with you about Anonymous, all right? I mean, I was around during the time of LulzSec, all right? I've said this time and time again. Sabu, Barrett Brown, T-Nugs, whatever the hell that idiot's name was, all these people used to listen to the broadcast whenever I would broadcast on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. This was about 6 years ago. This was a long time ago. And I'm telling you this right now, Anonymous, all right? Anonymous is nothing more than an FBI front. All you got to do is look back at what happened with Anonymous Sabu. Once Anonymous Sabu became state's evidence, he was told by the FBI to direct attacks and continue to direct attacks under the moniker of Anonymous. And as a matter of fact, lest we forget, do y'all remember low orbit ion cannon, that stupid DDoS program? I remember very vividly one time, and every time Anonymous would ask its followers to DDoS a certain location, they would put a link to the low orbit ion cannon software so that these little kids could download it and act as if they were doing something, DDoSing, for Christ's sake, all right? Now, the problem is that when I saw they did this during the LulzSec days, I never downloaded low orbit ion cannon. I mean, give me a freaking break. I mean, you could DDoS without a goddamn program, but of course, nobody knows shit from Shinola anymore. But at the same time, they had downloaded a Trojan horse, all right? A Trojan horse into the low orbit ion cannon, which directly honeypotted everyone who downloaded that low orbit ion cannon and gave the information to the FBI. So anyone who is conducting themselves in this day of rage, don't think that there are not going to be FBI or CIA operatives or some level of Homeland Security authority making sure to take pictures of each and every one of you idiots. And speaking of surveillance, I know that a lot of you people are waxing your carrot to this Pokemon Go crap, all right? But, folks, I mean, aside from a caller, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, alluding to the fact that he's read in the terms of service that they will take the information gathered from your cell phone from this Pokemon Go app and forward it to governments. All right? It's in the terms of service. It's in the agreement, the user agreement. Moreover, folks, it has been found through a variety of different security agencies, internet security companies, that what Pokemon Go is nothing more than an internet mapping mechanism for Google to map your home, to map anywhere that you go. I mean, you're basically providing the avenue of Google Earth and giving it to Google absolutely free. So places that Google Earth couldn't go into, like your house, like other people's homes, like businesses, like inside offices, like inside the Holocaust museums, like inside the 9/11 memorial, that sort of thing. In my personal opinion, I believe, it's not my opinion, as a matter of fact, security agencies have already unearthed this. All right? I mean, this is a mapping system. They are utilizing your phone camera, and it's no coincidence why you have to, view this Pokemon Go crap and make sure that you angle it in a way that it looks like a perfect picture, for Christ's sake. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not joking. And you know what? You know what this Pokemon Go shit underscores, if you want my personal opinion? How stupid America truly is. I mean, how easily brainwashed people can easily be bamboozled into. I mean, you people are mapping your own homes. I mean, you're giving an application access to every aspect of your phone, you dumbasses. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. And you idiots out there that are trying to be, you're lying, Ghost. Well, then go ahead. Give your goddamn privacy away. I don't give a crap. You people are losers anyway. Do you think I give a crap about you idiot Pokemon Go players? Man, I hope that you're out there like I've been seeing idiots walking around with their Pokemon Go phones out getting stabbed at 1 o'clock at night trying to look for goddamn Pokemon monsters, for Christ's sake. So give me a break. I'm serious. You people are stupid. All right? You people are idiots. Jesus Christ, man. I'm not joking, for Christ's sake, man. Here we go. Obama's calls all in on Turkey to avoid any violence. He is now promoting Erdogan, old Obama. Here we go. Give me a freaking break. Of course, Obama would be backing up Erdogan. As I stated before, this man has visited and has met with Erdogan more times than any other head of state. Any other head of state. So we knew that Obama was going to come out here and try to champion Erdogan's sustenance as an Islamic leader of the damn Turkish government. All right. Now, I know that you people, I'm getting a lot of heat from a bunch of stupid man-children about this Pokemon Go crap, all right? But let me tell you something right now. I like some good news that's coming out of Nintendo. Did y'all see that little mini Nintendo, that classic Nintendo game that they're going to come out for about $60? Or like $60, something like that? I mean, I'll get that. I mean, you're talking old school. That's my time of gaming, baby. You know what I'm saying? Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, there's like, 30 games bundled in to this Nintendo Mini, all right? I mean, you got Castlevania 1 and 2, baby. I mean, you got Metroid, Galaga. I mean, all this crap, man. I love it. And I doubt there's any cameras in that little piece of crap that are going to map out your own home so that Google knows exactly the in and outs of your goddamn house, you stupid morons. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue going. I want to take some more calls here, folks, all right? I mean, this is an unbelievable news day. How about 510? You're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, is this me?
It's you.
Hey, I just wanted to touch on a couple things. First time I've been able to call in, and it's kind of weird that today would be the day I get to come talk. I'm out here. I'm in the Army, Central Texas. Love Texas. Better improvement than California. And I follow a lot of the veteran groups on Facebook and military groups on Facebook, and there's a lot of hate for Hillary. And I wouldn't say it's too far-fetched to think that if she gets elected somehow, there would be some very angry veteran that goes and puts a bullet in her.
Oh, wow.
What we're seeing now,
I know you're in the military. I don't want you to get in any kind of trouble. We're not advocating any kind of violence. I want to underscore that one more time. Now, I am not condoning what you just said. I am not. I'm just saying that just for the sake of argument because we are not condoning any kind of violence of that nature. All right? But do you want to continue what you're going to say here? Because, I don't want you to get in any kind of trouble.
Of course. And, I mean, we got the Turkish situation right now. And, you were bringing up earlier about a coup. And I guess one thing to point out is, sadly, there's a lot of people that they have a high rank, but they play more politician than actual leader. So it could go both ways if somebody tried that here.
So you think that if they attempted to do some military coup here in the United States, you'd probably have factions of the military fighting each other?
Very possible.
Oh, man, that's unbelievable. So the way you see it from inside, you mean to tell me that they have absolutely no unity amongst the different branches of military forces?
I wouldn't say it's a branch deal. I think it just depends on. I would say it depends a lot on individual leaders. I think a lot of the younger soldiers and the younger leadership would follow more with following the oath that we took when we enlisted or got commissioned, and it's very possible that some of the the very higher ups that have been in long enough, and I guess the only word I could think of it, have been kind of corrupted by the power, might follow more in line with whatever they're told to do. I'd say it'd be very hit and miss.
Oh, man, that's unbelievable, man. Hey, thank you very much, first of all, for your service, and thank you very much for calling in. I mean, what a day. What a day. Now, folks, if y'all are listening to me on the internets, if you could please forward me any information about what's going on here in the Day of Rage. I'm actually looking outside my window. I don't see anything. It seems like your typical day out here in Austin, Texas, as far as the streets are concerned. I know that they're supposed to meet at the Capitol, I believe, so I'm some ways away from that area. So if anyone has any information about any of the Day of Rage festivities here, they should be right now congregating, starting their supposed protest, because I strongly believe that could be a potential problem for our country at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I mean, what a day, man. I mean, what a day. I mean, here we go. Here's a report of aerial warfare causing Erdogan's plane to turn around in the last 5 minutes. Here we go. Let me retweet that. Anybody have any information on this Day of Rage stuff? Because that's really got me a little concerned because I don't believe that. I mean, Anonymous is the one that organized this dumb ridiculousness, which is FBI, if you want my opinion. But this is going to bring out a lot of different factions, from Black Lives Matter to immigration people, all this nonsense, all right? Seriously, all right? I'm not joking, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. I mean, I don't know what's going on here, folks. I'm telling you, this is a precarious time to be alive, man. All right? A precarious time to be alive. Let's continue going, shall we? Let's take some more calls. Area code 337, you're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, Ghost, it's Soft Magic here, and I just want to say that with all these daily terrorist attacks happening and with this whole NATO going against Russia and the new Cold War starting and the South China Sea confrontation, I feel like we are really on the brink of World War III right now, man. It's scary.
Well, yeah, of course we are, and it has everything to do with this administration that's in power. All right? Now, while the Obama administration and the liberals have got us worried about Black Lives Matter, the Black Panther Party, police shootings, racial strife, LGBT, trannies in bathrooms, and all this other nonsense, the foreign policy makers are trying to have a direct confrontation, a nuclear confrontation against Russia. I mean, this is not a joke, you idiots! I mean, NATO's new foreign policy towards Russia is Cold War. I mean, this has been reported, you morons. I mean, we have no business having a direct confrontation, a nuclear confrontation with Russia right now. And on top of that, folks, China is starting to saber rattle because these assholes lost their court case at The Hague as it relates to the South China Sea maritime claims. And now they are going to defy the Hague ruling against the South China Sea, against China. China is now saber-rattling, saying that they are going to build floating nuclear reactors in the South China Sea in response to the Hague's ruling against their claims, their maritime claims on the China Sea. So, look, folks, this isn't spelling out very well. I think people need to recognize that this government is at war with us, is at war with the people, and they would rather see us in suppression and in totalitarianism while they conduct this ridiculous war game against Russia and China. And I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel having any kind of warfare between Russia and China. Russia, and you can look this up, Putin has been screaming and yelling that, hey, Western media, why don't you inform your people how much of a dangerous situation we are in the world? I mean, we're on the brink of nuclear war, he said, and I quote, I don't even know how to get through to you people anymore. I mean, he's frustrated. He doesn't want World War III. Nobody does. I mean, these people that are in charge today are lunatics. They're lunatics, man. They're psychopaths, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. I mean, unbelievable, man. Unfreaking believable. So it looks like Erdogan is in the air and just circle around, for Christ's sake. If somebody could please, get a surface-to-air missile and blow that shit out of the sky, that'd be great. Because we don't need a continue living Erdogan, all right? I mean, hey, assholes, you need to realize that Erdogan is a contributing factor to the migrant crisis in the European Union. He's a contributing factor to the destabilization of the Middle East. He is a contributing factor to all this discord that we are seeing throughout the international community as it relates to these wild Yehudis. Jesus Christ. And, of course, somebody just tweeted me, Obama the cuck strikes again. Obama opposes Turkey's anti-Islamist coup. Oh, look at Obama. He's over there probably on his prayer rug right now saying, Allah, pig's head. I mean, give me a freaking break, man. We've had enough of Islamic extremism. I'm telling you this right now. I want to live in civilized society. Whatever happened to that, folks? Whatever happened to being in charge of civilized society? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to wanting to live in civilized society and not live in this disgusting hellhole that we now call modern-day America? I mean, whatever happened to civilized society? Whatever happened to civilized society, for Christ's sake? Piece of crap! Damn it! Whatever happened to civilized society, for Christ's sake, man? Jesus Christ. I mean, we got to start doing something, and I am sincerely glad the Turkish military is striking. It's striking against Islamic extremism, Islamic terrorism. I'm glad they're doing this crap. Keep fighting, Turkish military. Keep fighting! Keep fighting! Keep fighting! Keep fighting these wild Yehudi pieces of crap! Keep fighting! Jesus Christ! Give me the mic! Give me the goddamn mic! Keep fighting! I'm tired of these damn wild Yehudis. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them. Anyway, folks, we've got more news coming out. 17 Turkish officers killed in a helicopter attack on Police Special Forces headquarters. All right? I'm sure that was in response to a couple of the men of the coup being captured by the police. So, hey, this is turning into some serious warfare really quick. All right? Really, really quick, for Christ's sake, man. Good God, there is a lot of goddamn killing going on over there in Turkey right now, and maybe we need to do it. Maybe we need to do it, for Christ's sake, because, look, enough of wild Yehudis. Enough of wild Yehudis. Enough of wild Yehudis. Enough of wild Yehudis. I've had enough. We want civilized society, man. We need a civilized society again. Jesus Christ. And look, speaking of the Day of Rage, folks, look at this right out of Oakland, California. Take a look at this. Here's the first report coming out of the Day of Rage. Here it comes, baby. Here it comes, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, I mean, this is what Obama created. This is what this administration, these leftists, these liberals have created. I'm telling you this right now. I mean, there is a lot of things. This is going to be a very precarious weekend, folks, to say the least. Going to be a very, very precarious weekend. Jesus Christ. And look at this, right off the hot wire. Erdogan gives Turkish military immunity in an attempt to try to save his own ass. What a piece of crap. Jesus Christ. Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? Huh? It doesn't look good. It says National Intelligence Agency press officer saying coup attempt is crushed. The government structure is up and running. Junta will be tried for treason. Oh man, keep fighting, please. I mean, I'm not going to believe it until we see it. All right? I'm not going to believe it until we see it. All right? Jesus Christ, man. And look, I am advocating this to happen here in America. I think that the United States government is a criminal enterprise, and that the United States military is in its moral, ethical, and legal right to go into Washington, D.C. and arrest all the civilian government. I'm serious, folks. I'm not kidding around. I mean, we need to preserve America. I would much prefer the military take control of the government as opposed to seeing our country collapse from within. And let me tell you, the majority of the government wants to see us collapsed because these people are agents of bureaucratic international institutionalism. They have no loyalty to America. They have no loyalty to the United States of America. You understand that? So once again, I'm going to wait to see what is happening here. I'll believe it when I see it. All right? We still got Erdogan in the air out there, scared shitless, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, and look at this idiot Obama. All right? Obama urges support for democratically elected Turkish government. What a piece of shit. All right? What a piece of trash, Obama. You understand that? What a piece of trash, Obama. I told you he'd come out here for Erdogan. He has met with Erdogan more than any other head of state. It's his homie, for Christ's sake. It's his homie. What a son of a bitch. You know what I mean? What a son of a bitch, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Keep fighting, Turkish military. Keep fighting, all right? Don't stop. You've already committed to the mission. Finish the mission. All right? Jesus Christ, man. I mean, things are just going, just in a snap, baby, in a snap of a finger, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. I'm not kidding around. And then you have Obama trying to meddle around with this crap, saying that, we got to make sure to back up the Turkish democratically elected government. I mean, what an Islamist. You know what I mean? What a piece of garbage Islamist. You know what I mean? Unfreaking believable. Now, of course, here we go again, man. I mean, we're getting mixed reports because, of course, we're not seeing the actual ground there. We're only witnessing certain camera phone shots and so on and so forth. Here's some images of crowds hugging the soldiers and cheering them. I mean, what the hell is going on? I want to know. I want to know what the hell's going on. All right? I want to know what the hell's going on. And, of course, there are people on Twitter saying, well, Ghost, the more President Obama speaks, the more Hillary Clinton's numbers are going to go down, for Christ's sake, all right? Because this is an anti-Islamist coup, all right? The military that is attempting a coup in Turkey is anti-Islamist. We're tired of these wild Yehudis, and so are they. So are they, for Christ's sake. Good. Make me sick! Make me sick! It makes me sick! Jesus Christ. And hey, check this out. People are, give me the mic. Give me the mic. We've got, and the reason that we are witnessing this weird flight path that's happening in Erdogan's plane, some of these people are tracking it via this website that I just retweeted, Plane Finder Flight Tracker. So you see a plane circling around, going nowhere because it's probably carrying Erdogan scared crapless, for Christ's sake, man. So let me tell you something right now. If anybody is saying anything from the state of Turkey, I don't believe it one bit. All right? I don't believe it one bit. Keep fighting, Turkish military! Good God! Keep fighting! Keep fighting! Don't stop. Do not stop against these wild Yehudis. Do not stop. Do not stop. Jesus Christ, man. And then we got this day of rage going on out here. We got this day of rage, for Christ's sake. Believe me, there's going to be something that transpires out of this, folks. And it's happening right now. And at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, I mean, it is happening, all right? And if you are part of one of the 37 cities where this is being conducted in, watch your ass. Do not go anywhere near any of these so-called protests because I believe that there's going to be something major going on here. All right? This is going to be one hell of a Baller Friday, folks. So get your popcorn ready, baby, because there's going to be a lot of news tonight. There's going to be a lot of news tonight, baby. Get your goddamn popcorn ready. This is one Baller Friday to remember. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. This is a Baller Friday to remember, to say the least. All right? All right? This is a Baller Friday to remember, to say the least. And let me tell you something right now, man. Do not underestimate this day of rage crap. Do not underestimate this day of rage nonsense, man. It's happening right now. And you know how many groups are going to be lured to this crap? Who are going to try to hijack it, who are going to try to agitate violence, for Christ's sake? This could be a prelude tonight. This could be a prelude to martial law. This could be a prelude to martial law, for Christ's sake. So wake up, for Christ's sake, man. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Wake up! Wake up! Damn it! Jesus Christ! God damn it! I'm sorry, man. I'm angry. I'm angry. Jesus Christ. I'm angry! Jesus Christ. Oh, my chest is hurting, for Christ's sake, man. This is the first time my chest is hurting in a long time, for Christ's sake. There's just a lot. There's a lot to take in out here. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of pressure. Oh, my God. I got to calm down, folks. I'm serious.
Let's play a game. I'll tell you 3 things about retirement, and you spot the lie. 1 in 3 Americans isn't saving enough. 2, retirement could last 30 years or more. 3, half of people under 30 aren't saving at all. We lied. They're all true. That's why we're inviting you to the 4.01k Race for Retirement by Prudential on September 17th. A fun run that helps you save more for the future. So join us on September 17th at the Rose Bowl. Register for free at run401k.com. Prudential Insurance Company of America, Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, folks. Give me the goddamn mic. Give me the mic. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, folks. Let me take a drink. I just need a drink here. It'll probably help the chest pains. Oh, my God. All right. Let me calm down here. All right. Let me just calm down here, for Christ's sake. Now we are witnessing, and folks, there are a lot of things coming out, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, good God. Good God, folks, look at this here. According to the state-run Anadolu news agency in Turkey, says a bomb has hit Turkish parliament. Oh, my God, it's getting really serious now, baby. This ain't no joke. This is not a joke. And more news coming out. Bulgaria deploying troops to the Turkish border amid the coup. Oh, man, there's a lot of mobilization happening out here, folks. I'm telling you, you better get your popcorn ready, baby. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I'm all right. Shut up. It's not the butter. Shut up. Shut up. It's not the butter. Oh, my God. I just need to take some more drinks, folks. I'm all right. Oh, my my God. Oh, my God. Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. I know people are telling me to calm down. I can't calm down. I can't calm down. Look at what's going on in the world. Look at what's going on in the world, for Christ's sake. Let me tell you something, folks. We're almost out of time here. We got about maybe 10 more minutes left in the broadcast here. But, folks, follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, because tonight, folks, you got to get your popcorn ready. There is going to be a lot of things to talk about. I mean, I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this right goddamn now. All right? We are going to see something more coming out of Turkey, more images, more fighting. Yeah, we're going to see that, and we're also going to see a lot of things here relating to this day of rage. All right? Oh, Jesus Christ, my heart. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, man. I'm really, really sorry. Let me take another drink. I just need some drink. That's all I need. I just need a drink. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Anyway, folks, I'm all right. It's not the goddamn butter. Shut up. Shut up. It's not the butter. Oh, my God. Bomb detonated at the Capitol, folks. I mean, the dam, it just keeps on coming in. I'm telling you, the news just keeps on coming in. God damn it, my freaking chest. God damn it. God damn it, I can't die. I can't die. Damn it. I can't die. I'm telling you, folks, I'm gonna be online tonight, boy. I'm gonna be online tonight. There's gonna be a lot of things out here, a lot of news, for Christ's sake, boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm all right, folks. I'm all right. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Goddamn mic. All right. All right, let me tell you something right now. That's about it, all right? I got to take a break here, all right? I'm going to have to take a break. Oh, man, I'm telling you this right now. You know, I'm getting, my chest hurts a little bit. I'm getting a little excited. My heart's beating like a rabbit. I'm panting, and it feels like I'm hyperventilating, for Christ's sake. There's a lot of news coming in. We got the day of rage. We got this Turkish coup going on. We got Obama trying to implement martial law out here. And I'm gonna take a break. Now, folks, tomorrow or Sunday, depending on the news, all right, depending on what is going on out here, I might do another broadcast. So follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, for Christ's sake. Politics Ghost, all right? I mean, as long as news is coming out, as long as things are going to be happening in the world, I may do a broadcast. So go ahead. Follow me on Twitter, folks, all right, to see if I have a Twitter shout-out. Twitter shout-out. If I have a Twitter. Follow me, and just in case I tweet out another show this weekend, for Christ's sake. All right, I got to get out of here, folks. I'm serious. I'm done. I got to calm down. I got to lay back a little bit here. I got to lay back on the sofa. I got to kick back. I got to maybe have another drink or something. But folks, I'm going to keep going, all right? I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to stop. I don't care what happens. Do you understand that? I don't care what happens. I'm going to keep going. We got to keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Anyway, I got to get out of here, folks. All right, I got to get out of here. I know Templeton, he's telling me to get off here. This is too much turkey for me, man. I got to get out of here, folks. All right, follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. All right, and of course the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right, folks. Don't worry, folks. I'm all right. I just need another drink, all right? I'm going to be online later tonight on Twitter, and I'm going to see if I do another show here. Hey, hold on, Templeton! Hold on! Jesus Christ. Anyway, I got to get out of here. My dog's barking at me out here. I got my chest hurting, for Christ's sake. I just got to calm down. All right. Follow me on Twitter, folks, all right? I'm serious. I may do a show this weekend depending on the news, all right, man? I got to get out of here. I'm sorry, folks. I got to get out.
Summer is about family and fun, and when it's centered on a great meal, it's just better. Good thing your neighborhood Albertsons has great deals on all the favorites that make summer just better. This week, serve up boneless, skinless chicken breast or thighs perfect for grilling, just $1.77 a pound when you buy 3 pounds or more. And pick up sweet savings on fresh local strawberries, 1-pound packages, 2 for $3. Tastier meats, sweeter savings, better summers. Albertsons, it's just better.
Adding the choice of a crispy chicken BLT to Wendy's 4 for $4 is the biggest thing since rappers trying to sing.
I got me a yacht and I sound like a robot.
But do you like the sound of this? Wendy's 4 for $4 now comes with a choice of a junior bacon cheeseburger or a crispy chicken BLT.
From Detroit to Macon, I keep it crisp like bacon.
Both are topped with crispy applewood smoked bacon and come with 4 nuggets, fries, and a Coke for just $4.
Oh, yeah.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes small fries and a drink. Not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.